Hello and welcome back to the Tales of Telomere.
In this episode, the gang was subjected to racial prejudices.
Isn't that the truth? Okay, so, just,
Welcome to high society.
right, I did warn you guys. Specifically, Keller warned you guys. So, reading back our notes here, y'all went to the graveyard, you decided to go have your picnic. There was 3 wisps, and you took on one, and that went exactly as you thought it would, which is not well. You got your ass kicked, but thankfully,
I did no such thing.
sure. You were like the only one who really like stuck the knife into it, and then everybody's like, "Yeah!" and rallied around y'all. Anyways, you took down one of the wisps and not the other two. As you were joyously celebrating killing one, mysterious rogue X appeared and killed the second one, which was just 2 of them joined together. You guys investigated the picnic area. After getting your clues, you returned to the inn and slept. You woke up the next day, and y'all ran into Miss Petunia, who took you guys away and dressed y'all up. And y'all went to the Menagerie, where you met Lord Adello and Lady Melissa Humboldt. So, that's where we left off. Sorry. For some reason, like, now of all times, my throat is, like, acting up. It was fine a while ago. So, Helio, Cole, Luciano, Maya, and Mercer. You guys didn't see Zosa with you on the way to the Menagerie. He was doing a little bit of sneaking around. So we're going to start with him first. So once you got back to the inn, because you weren't really feeling all that well after kicking a wisp's ass, and everybody handed theirs, you went back to the inn for some rest and played around with your snake friend. Go ahead and
Yes, my skaty friend.
yeah. That would be animal handling with advantage. Go ahead and roll. Give it to me.
Thank God for advantage.
I hope it's good.
So it's gonna be a 15? Yeah, 15.
Alright, not bad. So you're playing around with your snake friend, and your snake friend is, enjoying being around you. It just does. It really does like the attention. You wouldn't think a wild animal would like the attention, but it does enjoy being around. Red and Indy are not Pootus or Potus, whatever. Their personality says they should, but oh, that would be horrible.
Indigo, definitely a Putu.
Yeah, I can see it. Headcanon not accepted.
Oof.
Yeah. And after a while of you just kind of like getting your breath and resting up for from the last day, and you also, were very tired. So
Just travel lag, man. Not used
it
to this
is.
day and night thing.
It is very, very difficult for you, especially. So, you're playing with your snake friend when you wake up, and
I die from mysterious forces? Jesus.
I just dropped all my dice. All of them.
My stake just dealt like 1,000 damage.
Well, I mean, if we want to add it up. So while I'm gathering this, you were expecting them because you woke up a little later, but not exactly late. You were expecting to see them come down and greet you for breakfast. However, they were not there. You did get a whole bunch of eggs thanks to Jules and Juliet. They were very, very kind in giving you a whole bunch of eggs.
Yes, and I'm also presenting the challenge of the most
Where the
interesting eggs they can get up their hands on, see if what they pop up with.
Yeah, they don't really have a lot of variety in the way of eggs, but you know they do give you a good selection of them. And then Jules comes up. Excuse me, sir. Are you waiting for someone? Your friends left a little while ago.
Oh, well, I was waiting for them, but I suppose I'm still getting used to the cycles around here, so I guess I must have woken up after them.
Well, they went out. I did not hear where they went, but they went out and I saw them talking to dear Miss Petunia by the fountain. You might still be able to catch up.
Possibly so. Thank you. I do appreciate the information.
So you're gonna head out, or are you gonna not?
I'm gonna collect up like two or three like eggs and like wander off, like kind of finished up like breakfast on the road.
Okay, so you get a good package of eggs when you. I assume that you're like trying to get some together in like a little to go box or whatever, and Jules brings by a doggy bag of just eggs because you don't want to stick them right in your pack, right? That'd be awkward.
No, yeah, no, that yeah.
So you head out and you go to the fountain and you see a small group of Kenku come by, and they seem to be chatting amongst themselves in clicks and whistles. And one of them is in a black cloak with feathers on it. And you can see him talking to one of the larger looking Kenku. And his black claws are making a whole bunch of, like, hand gestures and everything. And suddenly, you see a big eye looking at you. Big yellow eye. And the Kenku notices you. He squawks at his other Kenku compatriots and hops on over to you, like just kind of like cheep, cheep, hop, hop, trying to go after you. And next thing you know, there's Kenku grabbing onto your arm, just kind of pulling on your sleeve there. Scraw. Hello.
Hello, little one.
Hello, little one. Where? Where? Going?
Well, I'm not the. Never mind. To find my compatriots that seem to have gone and talked to a flower of type. Petunia?
Patriots. Come, patriots. Miss Petunia has. Come, follow. Rah.
I guess I shall follow the little ones who know where they're going. After
So, he takes you by the hand and kind of just walks you around. Um, you're kind of
the entire
falling.
time unsettled by the fact that my hand is being held by a bird creature that's taking me somewhere.
Oh, you're totally fine with this?
No, like disturbed, like that moment of like, okay, this is happening. I get this is happening.
Ah, I gotcha. So, as you're going, the Kenku occasionally turns around and clacks his beak together, and just every now and then. Um, as you're about halfway there, you don't know this, but as you're about halfway there, Dusk turns around again. Compatriots, which ones Miss Petunia has?
Which ones? Well, I assume they're probably the most oddball and well, what is the word they used? Misfit of the town currently.
Dusk kind of like opens his arms a little bit to kind of like look at himself. Misfits of the town.
Yes, I do realize that you are kind of that way as well. There's a tall one, a horned one, a flowery one. You know.
At that point, like Dusk kind of like lights up. He absolutely has an idea. It's like he suddenly understands what's going on, and he just like tugs on you again, and kind of like goes faster, and you're just being dragged along more. You're like, how the fuck does this thing go
Immediately,
fast?
like as he picks up, just oh no, and then it gets like drug forward, like seeing it about to happen, it's like oh no.
So, he just drags you along. You're kind of like stumbling. Um, so you come across a big mansion looking thing. It's a noble's estate. It looks really good. And he kind of sits you off to the side, just kind of like puts you against the wall there, like stay there type of thing.
And I
And
already thought I was underdressed.
well, there you go. He puts his hand like on your stomach because that's as high as he's going to be able to reach, kind of like stay here. And he goes into the house. Thank you. He goes into the house, and only moments later, a couple more Kenku and two halflings come by out the side, which you expect to be like some kind of servant store, and they pull you in. The two halflings look up at you. So it seems that you're with the party, are you?
Uh, yeah, I do believe I am. Yes.
Good, good. We'll have so much fun. And the
If you say so.
they are twins, by the way. These two halflings, and the halflings walk ahead of you, where the two Kenku, also dark colored, they look more like sparrows. Um, kind of pull you along and bring you into a very nice room with just clothes and stuff everywhere. Everywhere. It just looks kind of high fashion. Have you ever seen Say Yes to the Dress?
Vaguely.
Okay, well, imagine it kind of looks like that if you can picture it.
more of kind of like a haberdashery and that kind of nature of just very fine elegance and
Yes, absolutely, but kind of garish too.
fair, yeah.
And these two little kenku come out. One looks like a blue jay, and one looks like a cockatiel. And they just, start dressing you up, and you end up with this beautiful Egyptian-looking thing.
Oh, the entire time up until the point where like things like once like clothing and armor starts coming off, it's that whole like what stop stop it like that. Have you
They
ever seen
do
a
not stop.
Wolverine
Yes.
when he goes like when he gets like bathed aggressively, like that level of just like no no what's like knowing he's not gonna win, but just like aggressively fighting to like keep himself like covered.
Yeah, you will not stop these two kenku. They are much too strong. Um, so, which
But
is surprising.
as soon as he sees like the final like the like elegant like attire that he's being put into like once like, he starts getting like, recovered with things that are really nice, it's like oh well, I guess I'm okay with this.
It is very nice. You would be surprised if we haven't even gotten to you yet, you guys yet. We are on Zosa getting there. So you would be surprised at the stuff that they're giving you because you would never be able to afford this. So the two little Kenku, they bring you out, and Dusk is waiting for you, kind of wringing his hands and nervously hopping about. And when you're done, he like kind of beckons you over,
Yes,
and
hello again.
this Kenku loves you already. So Dusk beckons you over, and he puts up his hood again and takes you by the hand very carefully because he doesn't want to ruin your dress. Not you're not wearing a dress, but you know what I mean.
My attire, yes.
Yes. So he takes you very carefully by the hand, and you go down the street. Eventually, you come across a big open courtyard thing with big canopy and very, very pretty. And you see a whole bunch of the human nobles talking amongst themselves. There's elves, halflings, Kenku. You suddenly see a goblin. You're like, why the fuck is a goblin here? Right? The goblin just
Most
came in
curious.
with you. Sorry?
Just most curious.
Racism.
It's a lot of racism. The goblin actually came in with you, so you're like, why the fuck's the goblin here? Most curious. And
But is the goblin well dressed like I am?
the goblin's dressed to the nines. We're talking about tuxedo with tails type of thing.
Fucking then don't mind. Okay.
Its hair is like tied back, and like you can see flowers braided into it, and he smells very nice too. So you turn the corner, and Dusk lets go of you and just goes off and does what he needs to do. You turn the corner.
Do appreciate it, thank you.
The little Kenku turns around and looks up at you. Do appreciate it. Thank you.
I give him a nice bow of,
Dusk returns, and he kind of like gives you a little hug and then goes. You've made a friend in this Kenku, by the way. So, off in the corner, you see a group of very finely dressed people, and you wouldn't recognize them at first, except for the fact that Cole is fucking huge. Luciano has a tail and horns. Maya is dressed wonderfully. Mercer is in a very nice shirt and missing an eye. And Helio doesn't have like much covering his head, so you can tell he's purple.
I'm just gonna pull the whole like up here and just like wait for anyone to notice and just like be like joining the conversation, just wait until anyone notices my appearance.
Alrighty, we're moving over to the group now. I'll have all of you roll perception.
Just stealth into the group. Just been here the whole time.
Like you're suddenly there, like the butler from Mr. Deeds.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, you don't see shit.
We do not notice those.
Yeah. Oh, a 13, not a 3. Okay. Okay,
No, it was a 3.
I read Luciano as 3 as well, and I'm like, oh, there's a 13.
Someone noticed them.
Which is surprising because Luciano is usually pretty shitty at that.
I'm gonna roll a flat d20 for Helio, which is good because he got a flat 17, which means he sees, because you guys were just talking about the Humboldts.
Mm-hmm.
So he sees off in the corner there a very finely dressed Zosa. Do you want to describe exactly what you're looking like right now, Zosa?
Fancy boy.
Yeah, it's the full level of like the Egyptian cloth style, like flowing, but then like well fitted at like the shoulders and the arms, and long sleeves that go down into rings that attach to his middle fingers. They keep the sleeves exactly where they're supposed to be, with a high angular collar that like goes along with his neckline and like jawline properly, and just flowing down into like nice, elegant, and like black with gold trim and like the like goldish embroidering throughout, with his hair like kind of bound, like braided across the both sides, down with a kind of the I want to say like cufflets, but not like braided into his hair, like the gold like Egyptian style like uh, beadlets.
There you have it. That's what Helio sees, and then kind of just like elbows everybody and points. So now you all see Zosa just kind of standing there.
I lips. They'll say is a human.
You keep cutting out. You might want to do push to talk just for the sensitivity's sake.
Cole's gonna like flash a wave.
Those Humboldts, am I right?
What about the Humboldts?
Well, we just met them, and you missed it.
Hmm. I'm sure there'll be other
That's
opportunities. Like,
Yeah, a little bit.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
yeah.
Great. Maya raises a hand and agrees. Also, is Zosa a human?
Appears mostly human except for like the slitted yellow and green eyes.
Okay. Noted. The fuck is he?
As far as you know, human. So you guys have met the Humboldts, and the ones that own the manor that are in question repeatedly about being.
Yep, those ones.
Do they seem the owners of such an odd place?
Honestly, they were only here for a moment, so it's hard to tell. They certainly seem, well, to have a good reputation around here, though.
You can see Maya genuinely struggling to think of a polite way to put it before she just kind of sighs and goes, I think they were a bit strange.
Well, depending on the type of strange, maybe they're exactly what we're looking for. Then again,
I
as all
mean,
of you have stated to me, as all of you have stated to me, you're all strange as well.
we're not the only ones, so. This definitely. I don't feel entirely comfortable being here if we've gotten what we've came for.
Ooh.
Have we? We were here for the Humboldts, were we not? To meet the people who own the manor where everyone was going cuckoo for their buffs.
When you say we have what we came for, but we do not have them.
I mean, what did we come for if not to meet those people? Hold up. Did they go to... They went to the place where they went for the fucking weird picnic thing that guy talked about, right? What are they
Pardon?
here for?
You guys are at the Menagerie, and the Humboldts came in, and you guys met the Humboldts. And the whole reason you're there is because Miss Petunia brought you.
So there's no reason for them to stay.
Well, Luciano is thinking, well, technically, they have no reason to stay. But here's two things. Originally, we were going to the manor, which we now know the Humboldts are probably returning to. Secondly, we can probably get a hold of some more rumors and gossip here.
Maya really does not like being here just because it's like, it feels very much of like the people are like, oh, look at these exotic animals. It's like,
Oh no, that's
I
totally
don't
what
like
it
this.
is. But it's also a great opportunity.
Maybe so. Maya would 100% fucking go off and disguise herself and just sort of trail the Humboldts.
They
But
were in a
like, fucking,
carriage.
they're in a fucking. She doesn't care.
She got that leg stretch. She can keep up.
I'm just imagining Maya running after the carriage in heels.
Yeah,
Just Maya, just like in the shadows, like running, just like alongside the thing, like panting.
like Jurassic World, that girl doing everything in heels.
Literally, it's most of the time she's not wearing shoes, but like right now she's wearing heels, and she's like, I crave death.
Though the Humboldts came by in a carriage down from the manor, through the gate. The gate was opened for them. They came by, said hello to everyone, and stayed a little bit, and then left. And the gate closed again behind them. Now,
Maya casts spider climb, which is a thing she has.
oh, are you gonna just do that and
She
like
just
in front of everyone?
She spider climbs over. No, Jesus.
Okay.
So on the whole Maya chasing after the carriage thing, this
She's not
picture
actually
set
chasing
not
it.
kept.
Like,
Oh, I know, but like thinking about this, all I can think of is like this set of pictures, but just not counting the words, but also the words.
Hey, I linked that in the other one, didn't I? Or did I link that in that one?
I think you might have posted that. Yeah, I posted that in the other group chat, and the other.
Like, The whole thing, everybody was like, oh, that's Victor, that's Victor. And then I'm like, no, that's our entire fucking group. Anyways, so, what are you guys doing from here?
Well, we have
I'm
two options.
I'm still curious about this. What even is this whole party about anyway?
Is that in or out of character?
Screw it, in
Both.
both.
It's like, because I ain't telling you shit, that's for sure.
Well, no, I am merely stating that I am curious about it and would like to find out more just because of curiosity. But that's
Can I
just
see dust?
That is a perception on your part. You're like instantly, where's Dusk?
God, Maya, she's gonna go off somewhere secluded and fucking put up a disguise because fuck, she's just annoyed by people looking at her like she's some sort of bizarre exotic animal.
Not as good as I wanted, but 15, I guess.
Great. Check was
So
15.
Maya goes off and turns her into her human disguise.
Stealth.
Okay, hold on.
It's going to be pretty high because everybody's staring at you. But yes, you do see Dusk.
She's not trying to sneak. She's not trying to like sneakily do it. She's trying to go somewhere there aren't people.
Yeah, well, everybody's looking at you, so they're going to, like, see you leave.
Oh, god damn it. Okay.
On the question of what this party is about, I might know someone who might be able to help out. And I'm gonna go like make my way like around, like not like pushing through anyone, and like making sure to like respect like people's space, and, like snake through the crowd till I get to Dusk.
By the way, do you have your snake with you?
Yes.
Okay. I was
So
just
definitely,
curious.
definitely be like. I feel like I wouldn't want to leave him elsewhere because he would have been with me whenever I came here, so he would still be with me now. So I wouldn't like. There's not like a pet check-in, I assume.
No, there is no pet check. Um
So he'd just be like coiled around my neck, like inside my collar.
okay. So yeah, you do see Dusk. You do snake around, and the little Kenku is talking. Well, trying to talk with a gnome that is there, and the gnome is trying very hard to understand what the hell Dusk is trying to express. Yes, you make it away from people, and you can put on your disguise, Maya.
Maya does that, and she has her dress change as well, so people aren't like, "Hey, you're wearing that thing that other person was wearing."
Are you still albino?
uh, no, she uses her d- the one she used before, long brown hair.
Ah, right. So yeah,
She has a set one she goes to.
you're completely fine.
Okay, dope.
Nobody even notices you. Um, so yeah, you see Dusk. Dusk is trying to talk with some gnome that's just there. The gnome is attempting to talk back to Dusk, but has no idea how to talk to a fucking Kenku. Uh,
I approach like regally, like fingers intertwined, like at my waist, and just. Do you mind if I interrupt and maybe assist in the conversation here? As to seems you have a problem talking to him.
The gnome kind of just looks at you with a little bit of hope in his eye. Well, yeah, you can go ahead and talk with him. Good luck. And just kind of walks away. You can see, as he walks away, there's a glint of, like, a shine around his neck.
Curious. Hello, little one.
Hello, little one.
I have a question of what this is all about here. Might you know the words to tell me?
Tell you? Question. What is this all about?
Is this party done up for extravagance to show off? Or is there a particular reason for it?
Particular reason. Extravagance. Show off. Ah.
So it's all three?
All three.
Or
All
no?
three.
Do you know what the particular reason is?
Particular reason. He looks down and then just kind of gestures to all of him, and then grabs onto your sleeve and just kind of pulls a little bit.
By all means, lead, little one, lead.
He goes
But
around.
might we collect my compatriots to see what's going on?
Collect my compatriots. He was actually going to lead you over there.
Oh, well, never mind then.
He leads you over there and kind of hops a bit like a bird around, the group, and touches each person, except for Maya and Mercer.
Cole looks down
So
and he's like, "Oh, hello."
Oh,
my
hello.
new friend, and help me and figure out the fact that this is for showing off extravagance, but also a particular reason that has something to do with all of you, all of us. I'm not sure. Finding
Maya
the right
looks
words
over
to
at
give.
him and then looks at the others, and she sort of sighs, and she looks at him. They're showing off the fact that they are not human. Because she noted that he didn't gesture to her because of her mask of many faces disguise she's got going on right now. Uh, so she looks human, and she like sort of just rests her hand on, I guess, Mercer's shoulder. I guess that's who she's standing by right now. And goes, well, them anyway. And she sort of gestures with her hand and then looks off, like trying to occupy her focus elsewhere.
Dusk claps his hands and nods.
It seems the right words were figured out what to say after all.
So through the through the whole interaction of Zosa coming back and everything, Mercer has just sort of been standing, like staring at a wall, looking a bit like he wants to die because he hates this. High society sucks. It's not fun. But when when Dusk comes over and Maya sort of explains the whole reasoning behind the party, his expression grows even worse. He looks even more unhappy and just sort of crosses his arms. Yeah, pinches the bridge of his nose. All rich people are the same.
I disagree, but yeah, pretty much.
It is ever the strategy that they play to try to collect us up and play their power plays that they.
Treating non-humans like animals. I just she's I think this is probably the first time anyone in the group has seen her genuinely annoyed or upset by something.
The best way to undermine the nobles of this type is to take their game and twist it, is it not?
Absolutely.
Cole's gonna put his hand on Maya's shoulder for comfort, turn to Luciano and say, "What's your plan?"
Still thinking of that, but I do think we can gain a lot from listening in, getting rumors here.
Information is the key to everyone's downfall.
I especially think we could hear more about these mysterious Humboldts.
Well then, let us away, shall we?
Absolutely. So, I think that since we're gathering information, Luciano's going to want to turn on the charm and just flirt with everyone.
Oh my fucking god. Why am
'Cause
I
he
not
hasn't-
surprised?
Because he hasn't done that yet.
I mean, all right. Who are you gonna flirt with?
Who seemed to be most chummy with the Humboldts?
I mean, they kind of like all were pretty standard.
Okay, in that case, I'll look for someone who seems to be the most gossipy.
There's a couple groups of girls. There's like a couple, like an actual, two people. There's a group of guys talking together, and you can tell those are probably the husbands of some girls or something. Or guys. I don't know. But, yeah.
Basically, it's a bunch of bottoms.
Oh
Wow.
my. Wow. But sure, let's go with that. But yeah, and then there is a group of men and women, and you can see like a couple of elves come by. Drow, the gnome is there. A goblin is standing. It's that goblin is standing right next to one of the nicer dressed ladies. And another Kenku is there. Yeah. So that's what you guys see in terms of that gaggle. You can probably guess those are the people with money, like real money.
Yeah.
While he's looking for like the chummy, chatty types, I'm keeping an eye out like in the corners for the shadier, watching but not talking, collecting but not, you know, gossiping type.
Cole's gonna go over to. I'm presuming there's like a punch bowl or something in the room.
It's not a room, it's kind of a plaza.
Is there a place where like drinks and food are being presented?
There are like Kenku walking around with Kenku and halflings with like platters and trays. that just, you know.
Hmm. I think Cole's probably just standing awkwardly.
Okay. He's very awkward. So Luciano's off into space. Cole is being awkward. Maya and Mercer are silently brooding. So that leaves
It-
Helio and Zosa and Mercer. Or, well,
Well, when Luciano, suggests going and getting gossip, and goes to go for it with everybody, Mercer is actually going to take that as an opportunity to find like a slightly quieter corner of the plaza if he can, and just pull out a smoke because he's been dying for one this whole party. And while he's just sort of chilling out, he's going to try and keep an ear out for anything interesting that's being said.
Yeah, and I had said that I was like kind of keeping an eye out for the ones that were like in the corners slash like listening and taking in information, but not exactly being involved. It's the ones that are just being shady and all of that.
okay. There's a smoking corner, and you can roll perception. Mercer. Or, sorry, Zosa.
Fucking all right. 19 plus 2, so 21.
Damn. Um, there is a small group, and by small group, I mean like there's one person, and then there's maybe another person, and maybe another person kind of thing, all generally spaced out along the edge of the plaza. Um, that end is closer to some kind of like nice house, because this is a plaza. There's stuff on the side, you know. Um, a nice looking house, not like a general building like the other buildings, but you can tell that this is probably one of their houses, but they're just kind of milling about. They don't seem to be conversing with each other much. Kind of disinterested in what's going on.
There's what is there anyone that looks like they are fully interested but keeping quiet in a way, just like eyeing people, like listening to what's going on, like that kind of situation.
Insight.
Not as good. That it's still wisdom, so 13.
Okay. One guy's kind of watching. He could be paying attention. He could not be, but he certainly looks more interested than the other two. The other two look like they just want to like up and die. This third one, he looks a little more interested.
Is one of them Mercer?
No.
I think you're describing yourself as that way, so I guess there's 4 now that look like.
I guess, but Mercer's off in a corner having a smoke.
I'm gonna like slowly make my way, like not directly towards him, but kind of like mingle here, mingle there, and like slowly make my way towards him, and then just like lean like nearby, neck pretty close to him, but not like awkwardly close, and then just stand there for a little bit, just kind of not for like long, but just like leaning back, taking a break, and then just. So what brings you to this party here?
Dusk follows you.
Once I notice that he's following me, I acknowledge him, but just keep going. Just keep on what I'm doing.
I think it's funny you guys were just talking around him and just, ignoring him. He is a kanku. He's like a fucking soundboard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's okay. He's my friend now.
I'm going to pause on your end and see if anybody else would like to explain what they're doing.
Information gathering.
Yeah.
I imagine that even with how kind of ridiculous he probably looks, Helio's kind of like trying to seem very low profile and just walking around and eavesdropping.
Okay.
Cole's gonna try and make small talk with the goblin.
You're gonna go over and talk to the goblin. Do you speak goblin or whatever goblins speak?
Probably.
Depends on the goblin.
Yeah, it does depend on the goblin, doesn't it?
Yeah, common giant is the extent.
Because Ziggy spoke Southern.
Ziggy played guitar. Man, I love that song.
That's literally why they were named Ziggy.
I know. Okay, so you're gonna talk to the goblin, and Helio's going to just eavesdrop. And Luciano's going to, quote unquote,
Okay.
gather information.
You cut out, and it sounded like you just said, "Okay, you're going to talk to God."
Oh, sorry. You're gonna talk to the goblin, Cole.
God's fine too.
God's fine
Maybe the
too.
goblin is God.
Pray to me.
Goblin.
God. All right, so let's go
I mean,
down
if the
list.
goblin's David Bowie.
Not gonna lie, that would be great. Not gonna happen, but it would be great. Actually, I did make a goblin a god once in a different campaign, but we're not talking about that one right now. Story time for later. So let's go down the list. Helio, you're gonna be walking around, kind of eavesdropping. So go ahead and roll perception for me, please.
Alrighty.
Where's my paper? Wrong paper.
That is 17.
Okay. So occasionally you'll go by, usually by the chatty, like, females, the chatty women. You can see there's, like, an elf or two mixed around in there, just looking pretty good and stuff. They're okay with elves, and elves get a lot of money, so they're alright with that. You hear that, a couple of women were a little surprised that the menagerie, came so late, but it couldn't be helped because the caravan couldn't get here any sooner due to troubles on the road. You also hear another group kind of complaining about the weather. You also hear that there is a rumor that Miss Laura, and she's also been referred to as Lady Laura, has not been doing too well. And in her studies, and that's why the Humboldts hired Miss Petunia.
Ooh, is that the person that basically forced us to go along with her?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I thought so, but I couldn't remember her name.
Ah.
That's all you hear.
Alrighty.
And Cole, you're gonna talk to the goblin.
I am. Guess I'm gonna go up to him. Probably just kind of like hands in pockets. Is he already talking to someone or?
No, he's just kind of standing by his mistress.
Also, how tall is he?
2.5 feet. Ish.
Oh, goblins are short.
Yeah, goblins are real fucking short.
I can work with it. Sure. All right, so Cole's gonna go up to him, just be like, yeah, some party, huh?
Yeah, it's some party.
She'll come to this kind of thing often, or?
Kinda have to, you know.
I don't think I quite know what you mean.
Well,
We're not from these parts.
oh, you're new, huh?
Suppose you could say that.
Alright. Who owns ya?
I beg your pardon?
Who owns ya?
Nobody. Nobody owns.
Ooh, you're a freelancer, huh? How much you getting paid? And you can see, like, this glint in his eye. You know exactly what he wants in life, you know?
Do I, out of character, know what that means?
Yes, you know that goblins are naturally very greedy.
Okay, gotcha. I'm not getting. You're getting paid for this.
Well, yeah, lots of us are, unless, you know, you're owned. But, you know, not a lot of people do that anymore. It's kind of an archaic system, which, I mean, personally, I think that some of these people are barbarians, okay? And you can see him just like emoting like he has a that he has like a spear or something and waving it over his head. Look at me! Look at me! I am a gnome!
Okay then. Yeah. I can definitely see that's a system that is an issue.
Yeah. Stupid
So is it
gnomes. And then he just kind of pouts. No, I'm not picking on gnomes before you even fucking start because of that.
No, I was gonna say something else.
Well, you can go ahead and say it.
speak?
I was gonna type it out.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's... Goblins aren't exactly known for being, open and welcoming.
Well, now that Cole is even more, somehow more awkward now than he started this conversation with, he is just gonna be like, alrighty then. Well, I best be somewhere.
Well, okay, don't get lost. So, before you go now, how much are they paying you?
I'm not being paid in money. That's all I'll say.
Ooh, girls.
He's being paid. Fuck, I can't talk.
I'm being peed.
I was trying to.
I don't
Please,
think Cole
no.
was into that.
Not the golden
I was-
shower.
I was trying to say he's getting paid and fuck.
God, it'd be really funny for him to just get down, squat down, and it's like, well, buddy, I'm being paid in a golden shower.
No!
They'd need like a ladder for that.
No!
I mean, he's right. What? Like,
Oh, I'm sorry. Was this a PG podcast?
No! Fuck no!
Okay, good. Now let's get into the details.
good lord.
Jesus fucking Christ!
So we talking ladder that you just gonna lean over the edge of, or like ladder with a hole in the center so you can really get down?
Or like a cherry picker.
Like honestly, depending on how intricate we're going for this, we might need like a more advanced aqueduct system.
Oh my god. Or you can just pee in a bucket.
Got a point.
We're gonna need Roman engineering to
We
get
are
this to work.
classy here. We don't use buckets.
Oh dear.
Buckets, what are you, a filthy homestuck?
I mean, if we ask Chain, he can just pee in a fucking shower on Percival,
Oh my god.
right? Anyways. So, are you going to walk away from the goblin laughing about girls?
Yeah, Cole's just gonna go. He's probably gonna. Is there music going on right now?
There's like a small, maybe 4-piece band going at it.
All
Like
right,
a
Cole's
string
just gonna. He's gonna just pick out his lyre and just kind of like strum along next to them, and gonna pull up a seat or something.
Okay. Performance for me, please.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Better be good. Yeah.
12 is okay.
Yeah, it's okay. You do an okay job. The band kind of lets you join, but it's clear that you're the weak one in the group. But you know, you do all right enough that you don't stick out.
They can't handle my punk rock flair.
Doodaloo. So, that is a thing. Right, so next down the list is Luciano.
Aha! Let's do some gossip and flirt and stuff.
Alright.
Quote, information gathering.
Oh, you're gonna find information, alright. Who are you gonna talk to first? Like, what kind of demographic are you aiming for here?
Flirt with the old ladies.
Not a bad idea, actually. I want to go for whoever's the most gossipy and whoever's the most loose-lipped, whether that be like drunk or whatever.
Slip, sink ships.
Find a drunk middle-aged soccer mom.
Gosh.
We don't have soccer in this universe.
Soccer.
It's just football. I'm joking. I have no idea what sports are being played. But it's your universe. I don't give a shit.
Find a drunk middle-aged stick and ball mom.
Stickball. Okay, so gossipy would be like this small group of younger women or older girls, whichever you want to say. Maybe mid-teens
Okay,
to
well-
mid-20s.
I was just gonna say there's a little difference there.
Well, some people are like young girls, and it's just like, I'm 22, bitch. But
Right, but I need you to clarify before
Yeah.
my character flirts with them.
like I said, it's either or. They're definitely would be interested to you.
So they are adults,
Yeah,
legally speaking.
they're legally
Okay.
adults. They're just very, very young.
Okay. In that case, that'll be
Yeah, we're not talking about jailbait here, okay?
just making sure.
So you walk over there, and they're just, giggling amongst themselves, like, hee hee hee, ho 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 ho, ha 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 ha. I can't do that shit, sorry. Tee hee 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 hee. Ultimate ball and cup chip. I'm sorry, that was funny.
Oh my god. What makes it so ultimate?
The ball has spikes.
It's a morning star.
So yeah.
It's a
so-
fight to the death.
Just the ball's a chain chomp. So you walk up to these girls, and they're just kind of giggling, not really paying attention to you. Okay, I can't hear you. I don't know if I muted myself.
You're not muted, Sam.
Okay.
We're just seeing we lost the star player in this Ultimate Ball and Cup.
Apparently.
Who?
No, we can't.
Nope, we can't hear you.
Just scream really loudly until you're connected.
That always works.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I don't know what happened, but it's fixed, so that's cool.
Sometimes Discord be like that.
Yeah. So anyway, he's gonna go up and say good evening and, politely greet completely charmingly.
Great, now I have to do a young girl voice. Oh, well, hello. Fucking shut up, it could be worse. I could be like this.
Ha!
You know what? This is the voice now. You're welcome. Hello. Can we help you?
Apparently not.
See, I'm going to have to, like... One time, a group of, a couple of my raiders, one night in the beginning pissed me off, so I started, using that voice, and I just decided I'd use it for the whole 3-4 hours.
Gosh.
Yeah. It was like,
Sam, how could you?
I was pissed. It was like, can you please tank him? Oh my god, we need to do a tank switch, like, right now. No, go heal over there. I need everybody to stand on Skull.
I think I'm having an aneurysm.
Gosh.
Like, oh my god, can you just do the fucking mechanics?
Oh my god, can you just do the fucking mechanics before I, like, totally kick you? Thank you.
Like, oh my god.
OMG.
Alright, so
Sorry.
that's all. It's beautiful.
Okay, well, can I help you?
Oh, I just figured I'd introduce myself, make the rounds and all. Lovely, gathering, isn't it?
Yeah, this is actually, like, pretty good for this year. There's a lot of birds around. Oh my god, I love birds. Oh my god, I love birds too. Yeah, I love the birds this year.
Indeed, quite the assortment. This is actually my first year coming. Could you tell me what it's been like in the past?
Well, we normally get, like, a lot of elves, but, I mean, ever since, like, you know, they told us that we're not going to get a lot of elves. See, Ender elves, like, kind of closed right now. But, you know, that's okay. They have a little bit of a civil war there. Ugh. I mean, I hate that. I hate that too. Oh my god, Jessica. I know, right?
Hold up, all these fantasy names and it's just Jessica.
Jessica!
Jesse!
Jessica.
I was drinking when that happened. Jessica!
Jessica!
You guys saw that story later.
Oh man.
I know the story.
Jessica.
But not right now.
Yeah. Oh my god, Jessica. I know. So, like, as I was saying, this year it's been, like, really nice because there's, like, so many birds. But, like, I gotta say, though, last year it was goblins were the rage, right? So, and the year before, that was, like, there's these little fish people. They're so cute. They make these weird noises. And then they all three go together and laugh together, like.
Luciano laughs along and just is like, oh my, how charming.
They really were. I mean, honestly, there's a lot of, like, smaller races, and I gotta say, I love that. Oh my god, who did your makeup? And the other girl is just kind of giggling, Jessica. I forget which one's Jessica, but it's
Wait, so she's just giggling the word Jessica?
No, I mean, I forget which one's Jessica. I think it's the main one is Jessica. Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. One of them's fucking Jessica. Jessica!
The collective Jessica.
They're one big United Jessica.
One's Jessica with a C, one's Jessica with a K, the other's Jessica with 3 Ks, one's Jessica with 4 Ks.
Jessica.
Jessica.
Solved this at one point in time.
The one with the 3 Ks is definitely
It's
racist.
harder every time.
Yeah, Jessica. One with a C, one with a K, and one with a G. Like Jessica.
Jessica?
No, like Gessica.
They're just a singularity of Jessica.
It's just Jessica. Anyways,
We are
In reality,
Jessica.
in reality, it's
Jessica.
a one person that's just several slightly altered simulacrums. So there's all just one Jessica.
Oh my
Like,
fucking God.
we are Jessica.
We are Jessica. The heads all turn around 360. I can't right now, man.
She like can't even.
Oh my God, I just can't even. I'm sorry, where were we?
Someone was asking something. I don't
Derailing
remember.
campaign.
There's a question about who did whose makeup,
Ah, yes.
I think.
Who did your makeup?
Are they asking Luciano?
Yes, they're asking.
Actually, it was one of the lovely little birds.
Oh my God. I need to, like, get one. Oh, yeah, you do. Your makeup is like, hey! She totally got you! And they're just, like, giggling amongst themselves.
You ladies are just so charming. I would enjoy to hear more about your experiences around town. After all, I am quite new.
Well, I guess it's kind of, like, boring here. Oh,
Oh,
but
certainly not with ladies like you around.
oh, thank you. And then like the one of them just smacks her. He was talking about all of us. And she's like, "Hey." And the third one just kind of smacks both of them like elbows. So as she was saying, Jessica is such like a spoil sport sometimes. Anyways, as she was saying, ow. Like, it is, though, normally pretty boring, especially with the rain. The rain's been coming down, like, a lot often. It's been happening for a couple of weeks anyways, so it's not even, like, a thing anymore. Anyways, it really lightened up about a week ago. See, there was this group of people that came in. It was some kind of caravan. And, oh, let me tell you, they were so hot. And the other two just go, "Ooh, yeah, they were."
Interesting. What sort of people?
You see, now I have to actually like read this off. Fucking thank you. I can't read my handwriting.
I'm okay with the break from all this nonsense.
You don't like it?
Nah, bitch, nah.
Nah, bitch. Nah. Sorry, I just need to.
You're gravy.
Gravy.
I didn't even like remember, but next to the parrots on here, on red and indigo, it says Polly doesn't want a fucking cracker.
I mean, fair.
I mean,
But what if he do?
what if he do? What if he do?
Do Polly got that cracker? He do.
He do. Okay. So, what did you ask about?
I was asking what sort of people were in the caravan.
Well, I wouldn't exactly say caravan. It was more like 4 people on like horses. Oh my god. I mean, like they're on really pretty horses. Like they had like all this stuff on them. Like, oh my god. They must have had money. And she gets like elbowed like to kind of pay attention. Well, anyways, so they just like came on by some story about, I guess they were mugged or something, because some of them kind of were like bloody, but it was so hot. Ugh. One of them didn't have a shirt and he was absolutely, does the lick the finger and, you know. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yes.
Okay. The sizzling hotness.
The thing.
Yes. But yeah, they had like an extra horse. So I guess that was kind of weird. See, I wanted to buy the horse, but Daddy said no. Of course you wanted to buy another horse, like you're 2 already, isn't? Ugh. You're so spoiled. Oh, come on. Like, you could use another horse too, can't you? No, I already have a horse. But, like, then you would have 2. Just think about it. You can have one horse to carry the other horse's stuff. And, like, Jessica's in the middle, just kind of rubbing her temples. Shut up about the horses. Let's talk about boys. Just gonna say another thing. Hold on. But yeah, they stayed for a couple days. They're really exotic, but like white. They're like really, really white. Like I'm surprised that they didn't get a sunburn. You know what I mean? But like it's always so grim and dark around here that I mean. Then again, they wouldn't have gotten. But it doesn't matter. They're so hot. And that's all she has to say about that.
How interesting. Oh, now that I think about it, I do have a question, since you do live around here. What could you tell me about the Humboldts? They seem like such lovely people.
Well, they are. They're like totally nice. And I like love hanging out with their kid, but she's been like really bad at school. So she's been kind of like, we can't hang out with her right now.
Oh, they have a child. How old?
Like around our age.
Oh. Interesting.
Yeah, you must be new if you didn't know that.
As I said, we've just gotten to town recently. It's quite a lovely town, though, full of such charming people like yourself.
Why, thank you. You look pretty good, too. Yes,
Oh,
quite charming.
Oh, you flatter me.
Oh, no, no. You flatter us.
Hold up, are these all one person?
No, it's me making 3 fucking voices, and I can't do it.
No, I know, but you're like, oh no, you flatter us, and my brain just jumped to, they're all connected under their dresses, aren't they?
We are all Jessica.
We are all
We
Jessica!
are-
Today-
We are Jessica Legion!
Today we are all just.
Like, this is getting, like, real fucking hard now. But...
Alright, I'll give you a break.
Yeah. But, like, they're also kind of into Luciano.
Lovely. They can go on having small talk and you can take a break from the voice if you wish.
Please.
So you can just assume small talk is happening in the background.
Yes. Very small talk. They don't have much more information for you anyways.
I figured as much.
Yep. Alright, next on the
Totally
list.
worth it, though.
Fuck off. Next on the list is Maya. Do you have anything you want to do? And please don't say make me do that voice again.
Maya wants to talk to Jessica.
Fuck off. Bunny? There?
Yes?
What do you want to do?
Maya's gonna go find some drunk dudes and try and get them to tell her more information.
Alright, there's 2 guys having time of their lives. Unfortunately, they're absolutely smashed. So you're going to have to do some persuasion there to get them to talk to you.
Alright, so Maya's gonna head over there. Hold on, I gotta go back into the thing. Give me a sec.
Are you guys enjoying my voices today?
Absolutely.
Good.
100%.
I mean, I like Jessica and Jessica's voice, but Jessica's kind of pisses me off.
I swear to God, I will burn you. Did Wade hear Jessica?
No, he's doing homework.
Oh, well, he missed out.
Just have to be regaled tomorrow.
Cogsworth is Jessica.
Oh, god damn it.
Statement. I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds. Yes. It is charisma. Nice. Dirty 20. Okay, so yeah, they're totally gonna talk to you. Is that what she's gonna say?
I just like the idea of like succeeding. You can just say whatever the fuck you want and they'll just do it. They're like, wow.
Excuse me, this isn't fucking Mass Effect.
uh, okay, Maya is going to. Where are they standing? Are they like by a table with drinks? Are they by like a bar? Like, what's up?
They're just kind of standing around. This poor halfling man is, like running, you know, his little silver platter of, champagne back and forth because they're just going right fucking through it. So this poor guy is
Maya's
just
like
kind of
so.
standing there.
Maya is so sad for this little halfling. Oh no. You're gonna make her blow her cover, little halfling.
Like, they're just going straight through it, so he's running back and forth. Otherwise, he wouldn't be doing, half as much work.
Maya is he getting like tipped, like what's going on? It's like, or is he just doing this because he's been hired by whatever?
He's been hired.
Maya's gonna tip him.
Sure, if you can catch him.
He's running back and forth, right? Can she like flag him down because he's like a waiter?
Yes.
Maya's gonna walk up and do that to like this group of men before she talks to them.
Okay.
How
much are you tipping him?
She's tipping him 2 gold.
Okay. His eyes kind of go wide and he pockets it. He's like, "Oh, thank you, ma'am. Thank you."
No problem.
He's
Thank
very
you for
foreign.
doing so well.
I'm trying my best.
2 people with just like very heavy accents talking to each other.
Both very foreign. They're so foreign.
They're both foreign, but she looks like a people right now.
Looks like a fucking people. Okay. I can't. Oh, thank you, man. All right,
Thank
Goofy.
you, man.
Yeah.
Or you can make him very Russian. Well, thank you. Oh, God,
Thank
I
you,
can't
ma'am.
even-
Thank
Thank
you.
you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anyways, so
She sort
Yep.
of sidles up to them. She has her flask of just drink. So she's sipping on that, which is it's water. But it's in a flask, so it looks alcoholic.
I mean, that's fair. It's 2 guys. One of them's kind of larger and he looks a little older. And the other one is just as large, but he's a lot younger. You can tell that
So what you're saying is they're big boys.
they are thick.
Thick.
They look like they'd be one of those power lifters.
Oh wait, you're saying she's talking to 2 very large bara men.
They look amazing. So if you're into
Okay.
that. But yeah,
I very much am, so thanks.
sorry, not power lifters, strong men.
Yes.
Like those kind of people, strong men.
1 second before I continue with what she's doing, because I need to put a picture in the chat.
Like they go out and like throw logs everywhere. Carry giant like metal like dumbbells and shit. Ow.
This is what you come back to.
Fair. Okay.
Thick. Beefy.
Thick.
Oh, hello. Hi, Mercer.
Oh. Yes. So one of them's older and one of them's younger. So we're talking about early 30s and maybe 50s.
Maya, who's definitely older than one of them. She doesn't look it at all because tiefling and also because human form.
So
But-
they're having a great time. A little bit in their cups, you know.
Yeah, she sort of sidles up next to them, does that whole like demure lady thing of like tucking her hair behind her ear and looking up, and she just says, "Hello, gentlemen. It's a lovely menagerie we're having."
The older man is like, oh, so I was saying, that dog don't hunt, so you just gotta, well, hello, pretty lady.
Oh Lord.
The other one looks at Maya. Well, yeah. Hello, pretty lady. What can we do for you?
Oh no.
Just me, just right now, not Maya. I'm just like, I have made a mistake. Maya's just like, well, I've never been to a menagerie before. There is this around. Just is this? She's like, she sort of seems like she's struggling to find the words. Is it?
Come on, spit it out, girlie.
Is this just for show, or is there a reason other than just showing them around?
Well, of course it's for show. It's a pretty good one, hey? Well, yeah. I mean, all you can drink, isn't it? And then they both laugh and clink their glasses.
She nods. Yes, a great show, and she clinks her flask and then drinks out of it very quickly.
Hey! Now, ain't you know what it is?
Wait, what did you say? I can't understand.
Exactly.
No, she's like, yeah, that it is. I was like, is that what he was supposed to have said?
Sure. I purposely slurred it, and he was saying, well, hey, don't you know what it is?
What? Oh god, no, I can't do a southern accent. She's French.
And do a French one.
I almost like went into a southern accent. I was like, no, stop.
France has a south.
Die. Oh, well, it's a menagerie is meant to show off, exotic creatures. But it seems a little. Well, most of the people I've met here don't seem to like them very much. But they all seem very interested now. Does that make sense?
Well, you're saying that, we don't like them folk around here? Nah, Pa. What she's saying is that we don't like them folk around here. Oh, yeah, I guess so. Now, miss, the answer to your question is we do like them folk about here. But they come in here thinking they own the place. And they gotta know we was here first. Now I say it, Pa. I say it. I say it good.
Yes. Right.
Good old Southern races.
Oh yeah, this town is like without a doubt racist, but
That's why Keller brought you guys.
But they're good old boys, though.
people who would be subjected to racism into a super racist town.
There are reasons he brought you guys, and now you guys are figuring it out.
He told Maya. So
Keller's an old white man who has a lot of money and is bored. So he's like, ooh, this'll be fun.
God, you're right, and I hate it.
Keller isn't old, though.
Is Keller here?
Old enough.
You'd have to perception.
Old money
check.
enough.
I'm gonna roll a perception check to see if she can find fucking Keller, who doesn't know her human form, so that will be hilarious.
Okay. Are you going to just leave them to, laugh amongst themselves?
Yes, I don't think they'll notice she's gone.
Nope.
Okay, so yeah, give me a sec to roll perception.
It's like, they won't notice a fucking thing. You could rob them blind right now, and they wouldn't know.
Oh, really?
Damn it!
Don't try it.
Do tell.
I'm not telling you any more. Okay. What did you get?
I can't talk because I set my thing for the third, like the secondary mouse button on my thing, which takes me backwards. So give me a second to roll and like add stuff up.
Yeah, no problem. It's hot in here.
My bad.
Ooh, tomorrow's Tuesday. Yes.
That is the logical conclusion to Monday.
Well, like, it didn't occur to me that tomorrow was Tuesday. You know, because my groceries come in Tuesday. Because I ordered them online. Okay, 21. So, yeah, you do see Keller. He is chatting with the two Kenku, the blue jay and the cockatiel. And it's like he's kind of near the back. He's in like very nice noble clothes, like a cloak, worn over one shoulder. You know that kind. He's in a very nice tunic, with gold filigree on it, and he's actually wearing like greaves and some armor. Nice. Yeah, I see that.
He's
Don't worry about
rocking the powder and cook.
Yeah, he's looking very, very regal, kind of like he's a like a noble, um with armor on.
So kind of like Maya looks right now, very regal, very fancy, noble looking clothes.
Yeah. You know what?
Maya goes
it's like
over
a
to Keller.
it's like a knight captain regalia type of thing.
Okay. Also, I will say Maya, her face hasn't changed. She just has human coloration and isn't horned.
Okay.
So he might recognize her. I want you to have that information because she doesn't look completely different. She does look completely different, but at the same time, if you look at her face, it's the same face. If that makes sense.
Yeah, makes perfect sense.
Okay. So she is going to go up to Keller and tap him on the shoulder.
He, says, Excuse me, ladies." Then he turns around. "Yes, how can I help you?"
She has a hand resting on her hip, and she's how tall is Keller?
I know I wrote it around here somewhere. Ugh, why do you do this to me? I'm feeling like you're doing this on purpose now.
No.
Dark garment. I didn't write it down.
Is he taller
He's
than
not terribly tall.
5'11"? He's not terribly tall. Okay, so she's still looking down at him a little bit.
Maybe around her height, actually.
Because she's 5'11" in her human disguise.
And he is a guy, so he's instantly taller than girls. Sorry,
Yes.
fact of life.
Okay, so he's what? So that makes him what, like 6 even?
Maybe.
Like 1 inch taller?
Probably.
Rule of men means he instantly grows an inch taller than any woman he encounters.
Pretty much.
Plot twist, he wears platforms.
Well, you know,
never
noblemen
know.
did.
Adjustable platforms.
Like, he can get up to like 6'7", and he like cranks them with a crank.
They go from flats to like kiss level pumps.
Oh my god. Anyway, she's like, so, this wouldn't happen to be the reason you invited us, would it?
I'm sorry, ma'am. Invite. Oh.
She looks at him. She like, he's like, what are you? And then like the second he realizes it, her eyebrows are like looking at him like, really?
Mind you, he had like his kinda noble
facade
going on, so he's just like, I don't want to be here. Like, it's like, I need to drop this at my soonest convenience.
At soonest convenience.
So he's like, oh, you look different.
Yes, I wouldn't have noticed unless you said something. She
He just
straightens her dress a bit.
gives you like a mean smile. Like, really? We're playing this game?
He steps on all of her nerves. I'm sorry, it's just a fact. Also, he's probably used to like looking up at her, so the fact that he had to look down immediately like took off a couple of like
Yeah.
Sure. And she's like, wow, 10 out of 10 observance.
Like this close to saying fuck you. What do you mean, did I bring you here for this?
Well, certainly it seems pretty convenient about the time that my group came around. This is going on.
I'm going to be completely honest. I didn't expect it to be here this soon. They said it was going to be delayed. And it's here faster than I thought the delay would be.
Maya actually looks like taken aback, like, wait, what? She doesn't say that, but she, like, the cogs in her head are turning. And she's sort of she's gonna roll to like sort of tug him along, hopefully somewhere they can actually like talk a bit more where he's not being interrupted from whatever he was doing. Stealth? Mm-hmm. Okay.
I was gonna say sleight of hand, but I'm like, no, you're trying to get away, so it doesn't really fucking matter.
That's why you always go for the dance. Because then you can talk with no one hearing.
It's true. You know, you don't need to show it to me. You can just tell me.
It feels weird because I keep getting good rolls and I feel like it seems like it's not real. So I'm like, I promise.
Oh no, I believe you. Unless you, unless I feel like you're abusing it.
In a roll.
Yeah, I believe you.
Okay, but it's just, I don't know. Like, sometimes it's like, oh, you're just gonna get ones for the entire time, and other times it's like, nah. Okay, so I assume that's a success. 17. That's a 17.
Yeah, you successfully take him, like, around a building, just off to the side.
Okay, cool.
Ooh.
No, they're not doing anything scandalous. She needs to ask questions, and she doesn't want him getting...
Not yet.
Those questions.
It's not Luciano.
Scandalous how scandal always starts.
It's not Luciano.
Not yet.
I was gonna say that. Not yet. Luciano's not there.
Yeah, no, nothing's gonna happen unless Luciano is there.
It's
Be
fucking
that
true.
egging Maya or Keller on, or Luciano trying to bone. Either way.
Either way.
Maya's like, wait, so you're telling me this was supposed to be delayed and it came early?
Well, no. I thought it was supposed to be actually, yeah, no, that's correct.
He's like, well, no, but I mean, yeah. That's so funny. So, do you think this could have anything to do with the situation going on?
It could have. I just don't know.
She sort of rubs the bridge of her nose and she's like, okay, so a bunch of new strange people come into town and this suddenly comes early. Her brain, she like is clearly trying to work something out, but her tiny, tiny brain is struggling. Her tiny brain and my tiny brain, because right now I have like the semblance, the thread of an idea within my grasp, and I can't figure out what it is.
And it's delicious.
It's delicious. Well, this could all be some sort of this. It's like it sort of dawns on her that this seems like it's meant to be a distraction. Do you know Petunia, that woman who showed up at the
Yes.
what's it? I can't remember what it was called, so I didn't know what
The
to have her
bakery
say.
or Starbucks, whatever.
Cafe.
I actually named it originally. I was gonna name it
Celestial dough.
no, Starbuck,
Uh
but I was like, that's stupid.
Celestial deer. The Celestial Deer Bakery.
Nope, Star Lounge is different. Kruger's Coffee Shop. That's what it was.
Kruger. Okay. Well, she's the one who brought my friends here.
Yep, sounds like her.
And I ended up getting roped into that near the end because I wasn't with them. This seems strange. I don't feel like this is a coincidence at all.
I can't tell you.
I know, I'm speaking out loud. I'm sorry. She like gently puts a hand on his shoulder. This is just there's a reason I obviously did this, and she sort of gestures at herself.
I'm giving it a wild guess here, so you don't get
Yes.
any stares.
Yes, that's the long and the short of it. It feels like I'm, well, to be frank, it feels like I'm in some sort of zoo for the people of this town to ogle at. It's not comfortable.
Well, we don't get much in the way of visitors.
Well, clearly I understood that from the moment I stepped foot in this town.
I mean, we get the run of the mill traveler staying by for a moment, or the odd noble or richer folk come to get away from the city. In fact, a lot of people here have done just that, which is why it's so important for things like this to come by. It's like a traveling circus, really. We get a circus
Yes.
every now and then, too.
A traveling circus of entertainment where they don't interact with them as if they deserve basic respect. That's right. I'm going to go see if I can figure anything else out.
All right. If you need any, you know, anything I can offer, I'm here. And
Thank you.
don't stick out that much over here. Not when you're asking questions. You understand?
Yes, obviously. And she sort of just runs a hand through her. Well, right now it's like dark brown hair. And she's like, I get it. I get it. And she's shaking her head and she walks away and just sort of back into the crowd.
You see Keller comes back out a short time later, kind of just making it look so that they weren't together, not that he was waiting or anything. Um, and he finds the blue jay and the cockatiel again and starts talking.
Maya's gonna go see if she can find one of her companions, be that Luciano, Mercer, Cole, Helio, just someone from her group, because she feels like her brain's about to explode and she just wants to fight every person she talks to.
That's fair.
Because I imagine like she's hearing snippets of conversation and it all just makes them sound like they're fucking animals at some exotic auction for like tigers and shit, as opposed to people who talk and think.
Sometimes. Other times it's just like they're just chatting.
Yeah, she's overhearing a general amount, but the stuff she's remembering is the stuff that's making her angry, because right now she's just annoyed.
Yeah, it's a rare comment here and there. Okay, so next on the list is Mercer.
Should I roll like between 1 and like one,
Nope,
like
that's on me.
6 to see who she finds, or
Nope, that's on me. Mercer, tell me what you're doing.
Well, he's obviously joined up in the corner with the little smoking is okay here corner, and
The
he
smoking
he,
corner.
he like, is anyone else over there?
There's like maybe a guy and a girl.
Okay, so yeah, he's gonna go over, take up a little spot, not too close to them, but like not too far away for it to be weird, just regular distance for, oh, we're both at this party, and he's gonna give like a slight nod to both of them before just um pulling out a cigarette and lighting it.
One of them's like a nice old lady looking thing, and the other one is just a gentleman, younger, probably just learned that smoking's bad, okay, but he can't quit. Nice old lady looking thing. Yep, it's a thing.
Never trust the elderly. You don't know if they're human or not.
Oh man. Okay, so you're going to stand there and have a smoke?
Yeah, like, just sort of hang out, like if either of them starts conversation, reply back obviously, but not gonna initiate anything right now.
Okay. Then next on the list is Zosa. You were walking over to a group of kind of spaced out men. Um,
Specifically, the one that seemed like they were actually paying. Seemed like going for the one that seemed like they were paying attention more than the others to see if I can't glean anything off of them if they're the kind of type to be collecting information.
okay, so you're gonna talk to this guy? Is that what I understand?
Yeah, like the very much so like nonchalant, just like post up nearby and then just like, so what brings you to this event?
Oh, the wife wanted to come.
Ah, yes. They can always be such a bother.
Yeah. I mean, you got an old lady back home?
Of sorts, but it was only for a short time till there was little ones involved, and we went our separate ways after.
Poor thing. Sometimes, women, man, all they want from you is what's between your legs.
Yes, indeed. I do get. Yeah, sometimes, yes, indeed. But is anyone here at this party of interest, of note? Uh, I know all of the nobles, of course, but I'm always curious about the ones that everyone ignores that also has their little tid.
Well, there's a goblin this year. They were all the
Yes, I
rage last
came in
year.
with him. I came in at the same time as him. It was odd to see one so well dressed.
Well, you have to be well dressed. It's a menagerie. It's a big event.
Well, of course. I'm not used to being at menageries where there's also goblins. I've been to one, been to the other, been around one, been around the other, but never both at the same time.
Oh, you should have seen last year. They're everywhere.
As long as they're properly addressed and properly, well mannered, I guess it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, my wife likes it, so happy wife, happy life, am I right?
If that is what they say.
That's what I say. And I gotta tell you, hasn't stirred me wrong yet.
Well, then, congratulations. I do. Hopefully, one day I can. Well, what's the term? Do the same, I guess.
Yeah, well, with looks like that, it's very exotic. I heard that's all the rage, too, up in the north.
Oh, you talking about the eyes or the attire? Because everyone always comments on the
Your eyes. I mean, your dress is pretty good, too, but
I am of the a hunter type, so I've been assisted by a few special individuals to improve my ability to track the beasts of the wild.
ooh, a hunter, huh? What's the biggest prize you got?
Well, one of the most aggressive and cunning types. And I gesture out towards the crowd.
Ho ho ho! A jailer's man, huh?
Of sorts. I assist here and there in the recollection of useless meat. But being around these nobles, they're always sneaky with some things. And I love to come to menageries where I can pick out those who should be elsewhere.
Persuasion, please.
Oh, no shit. Nat 20.
Ah, yes!
It was almost an 8, and I was like, ah, and it was that was that second one. I was like, that's gonna be an 8. Shift. Oh, yes.
It was like, ah, yes! Okay. Where are you, mister? Ah, here we go. Well, I guess there are a couple of folks like that. Now, don't tell my lady.
I heard nothing from no one.
There's a couple of slimy folks, especially the ones she likes. I'd be real careful of them. Like Devon over there. See, he keeps to himself, but ever since those folk came around last week, he's been getting a little uppity, let's say. He goes out later than most now. I catch him at the Star Lounge all the time, and he don't ought be over there, if you know what I'm saying.
Yes, yes, indeed. Funny how he's over there when he shouldn't, and out later than he should.
I'm looking for the next name on here. Oh, and Richardson over there at the general store. I gotta tell you, I don't much like him. See, he works at Smithson's General Goods, and unfortunately, dear old Smithson kicked the bucket. Sometime last week, actually. And Richardson's taken over since.
And was this before or after the last group of individuals you said came into town?
After. I mean, it probably happened maybe 5 days ago.
Right, sorry to interrupt. Please continue.
No, no. That's all fine. Just be careful asking these questions.
I like to suss out the people that I see that are always concerned for the community's welfare and are willing to help out those that are willing to proactively assist.
Yep, yep. See, I have to look out for my woman. And he points off like into the crowd. There's this like really her skin is olive, her hair is tied back in a beautiful like braid, and her ears are just barely pointed. And she's in this really beautiful flowing gown with some of it is sheer down her arms. Um, and it looks almost like silk, but you can tell it's not quite silk.
Yes, of course. A lovely woman like that, I'm sure you're very well protective of her.
Yep, you never know in these days. I mean, it's been raining for a couple weeks now, and the lightning and the storms. Just be careful. It looks like it's going to rain tonight.
I shall keep that in mind. Thank you, good sir. I do appreciate it. And I have just one more question. What do you know of the Humbolds? They seem like nice enough folk, but something just seems, well, it gets under the scales, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, kinda no. They've been a bit of a recluse lately. Couple days now. I don't know when you came in, but they've been recluses. And it's been, let's say, difficult to get a hold of them. Very nice folk, though. They really provide a lot for the town.
So it seems. Now, like almost awkwardly, because like Zoza's still not sure like quite like how to do it, but like that pat on the shoulder of like, well, thank you, I do appreciate it. I believe start going back towards if any of the groups like starting to reconvene, like going that direction.
You run into Maya. Mercer's off smoking a cigarette, so you can run into him too. Cole, you kinda buggered off after talking to the goblins, so you would also reconvene. Um, Helio, I don't remember what you were doing. And Luciano, were you good talking? Are you gonna reconvene?
I would love to talk to Jessica more.
Okay, fuck off.
I'm kidding.
Um, can you roll a perception, Helio? Oh, okay. So, while you're eavesdropping, what you can hear is a lot of remarks on the exotics coming by, but you also hear about that it's been raining a lot, and it's been doing it for about a week constantly, and how there was a group of newcomers that came in, and it seemed like they brought the rain with them. And it's been very, very dark for a couple of days now. Just cloud cover. That's what you hear.
Seems you have a problem with stormwalkers. Storm chasers? Storm chasers.
Chasers.
Storm chased.
I mean, yeah. You guys have been lucky so far. I do roll to see if it's gonna rain that day. So, don't think I'm making this shit up. I'm like, you guys have been lucky.
Which kind of just helps, like, with the whole like level of like, everyone keeps talking about these rains, but it hasn't rained in like 3 days. You're like, what's the big? Like, it's okay. These people
Oh
are
no,
crazy.
it's rained the day you came in, and it's been staying kind of ugly.
So much
Right.
mud.
Okay.
Oh, the mud. And...
We need to make more mud because Luciano has not been played correctly unless there is mud. And windows. And evil trees.
So just uproot all the ground and make as much mud as we can.
Yes. Especially now he has nice clothes.
I hate all of you.
I might put like an evil Trent in like here for the fuck of it. Just for you.
Gosh. That's both terrible and wonderful.
Just you wait.
I still haven't drawn I still haven't drawn that particular scene, but I really want.
We just need a blood hunter to like beat up a tree for you.
Maybe I will draw it in a few months, or several months, for Magic Meet March when it comes around.
That'd be great. Okay, so you guys have reconvened.
I'm sharing everything that I learned from the old dude.
Yeah, Luciano's gonna share his stuff too, which most of the stuff seems pretty similar, so.
Yeah, just like as everyone starts sharing, it's like yeah, like it's like drawing all the threads together.
Yo, that goblin's getting paid to be here. The
I've
fuck?
connected to the dots. You haven't connected shit. I've connected them.
Hopefully, the sharing information is helping with Maya's aneurysm.
Somewhat. You guys have been cutting out a lot.
Well, I know for a fact Cole is upset because the goblin's getting paid.
The goblin is getting paid for being there?
Yeah, can you
Or
believe
for a
that?
reason of being here.
Oh my god, let him speak.
Speak!
Speak!
Oh, now he's not going to speak.
Wait, me?
Yes.
Yeah, it was just Cole being like, yeah, I can't believe the goblin's getting paid. The fuck? I want to get paid.
So, 3 gold.
What?
So you just like hand him 3 gold.
Cole takes it, smiles.
There you go. Now you are better than the goblin in all the ways and get.
That's very sweet of you. You feel a little, like, hand pull on your sleeve.
Who's?
Yours.
Well, I spin around and like look down. Hopefully it's not someone that's actually like tall.
Dusk has his claws out.
Oh yes, of course. I get.
He only takes one and, like, he tries to, like, bite it.
No need to be concerned. It is real.
He keeps trying to bite it.
Unless you hope it's not real, then I don't. I pull like a couple. I switch like a couple of rations and like give him like rations. Like, towards him like.
You know he's a crow, right?
I forgot that he was a crow. I remember that he was a bird, but I didn't remember he was a crow.
Yeah, I might not have said that. I might have said it to them, but yeah, he's a crow. He's just looking for shiny shit.
But also, Zoza is still very unknown when it comes to like birds and like interacting with birds and not just murdering them.
That's fair. So after that, he just takes the gold and just kind of stands next to you.
I pat his head and turn around and it's like, I do believe we still have company who's has taken a shine. If that affects conversation or not, I do not know.
The last part of your sentences are getting cut off a little bit.
Oh, uh, we have company, and I don't know if his appearance here has any effect on our conversations.
Probably.
So does anyone else have any reason to be at this extravagance?
I'm not sure now that you mention it that we should be discussing this just yet.
Clearly.
Yes.
Alrighty, so what's the game plan?
We will convene and talk about things, but not in front of others, especially others who happen to be working for suspicious persons like Petunia.
And who happens to be, a soundboard. So I do believe I am done with festivities for today.
We can discuss this back in one of our rooms. But so far, I am thoroughly tired by this.
What a shame. I'm going back with you all.
I could say the same.
Hey, if you want to stay at the party, you can stay.
Maya finally sassing someone. Oh no.
Come on, kids, let's get along.
Come on, kids, let's get along.
I've thoroughly been along for a very
Aw.
long while. Maya just like starts heading back off towards where the inn is.
I suppose
I
we'd better
joined Maya.
I suppose we'd better go back. We do need to get work done if we're going to be paid.
Yeah,
Can you let us know when we're out of view of people at the menagerie?
Yeah. I mean, you'd, be walking for, I don't know, a couple of 100 feet.
I mean, that's
Joking.
fine, but
But yeah, you get out of range of sight from them. And by the time you are, you would be kind of sort of turning around that main street.
okay.
Yeah,
Maya takes her shoes off.
that is a-okay.
She's carrying her shoes, and she seems a bit less irritable, but still kind of annoyed. That was not a pleasant experience.
So, once you guys pass where Miss Petunia is staying, Dusk gives everyone a hug and goes into the the house. You guys continue walking, and you get to the fountain area, and you guys are going to continue to the inn, correct?
Yes, I think.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay,
Keeping an eye out for anyone following us?
that would be perception.
That's an 11.
No one is following you, that you can see.
My luck went up, so
That
now
we
it's on the
can see.
downslide.
That we can see.
That
So-
That we can see.
that Zosa can see.
Okay, is Zosa still with us?
Yeah, he's standing right next to you.
Can I roll something
Hello.
to see if I can detect anyone who'd be following us and trying not to be seen?
Sure.
Detect
Oh.
magic or, I don't know, something.
Do you have detect magic?
I have to check what spells I have. Give me a sec.
Hello, I can talk again.
Hello. Did you enjoy listening to all of this?
I did, but I also very much enjoyed dinner because it was really fucking good. Holy shit.
Ooh, what was it?
Steak and tater tots.
Ooh, nice. I'm hungry. I want that. Oh yeah, I ate finally today.
Good.
I know.
You better have.
I know. It's been a couple days.
Tisk tisk.
I mean, it's not my fault. I've been sleeping and then I haven't been eating before I sleep.
Tisk tisk.
I understand that. I understand quite a bit with my 12-hour shifts. It's like get home. I should eat in bed. Then I get like ugh. But now I have to go to work, so I'm not gonna eat now.
Yeah, the difference is I literally have nothing to do all day, so
I understand, but also for shame.
I know.
Nah, it's you should eat though.
I know. I made a pound of spaghetti.
That's good.
So, Maya, what did you roll? Or rather, do you have any of the detection spells?
I have detect magic as ritual, but it takes like 10 minutes, so I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah. I mean, can you cast it?
What do you mean?
Usually, if you can ritual cast something, you can regular cast it too.
Then I guess.
Okay.
You just have the option to take the time to ritual cast.
Oh, then yeah.
You cast detect magic, and you feel no one following you.
Okay.
However, you don't feel that there's no magic.
Well, I mean, obviously she has magic on herself right now, but like, can she tell where else there is magic? Like, sense it?
No. Because it's everywhere.
Everywhere, as in everywhere?
As in everywhere.
Not just in her general vicinity, but everywhere.
Everywhere.
That's weird.
Slight logistical question.
And then it fizzles.
Maya, were you still? Never mind, because it's not.
Yeah,
Well,
she
yeah, it
was
is concentration,
disguised.
isn't it? Yeah, I was thinking like,
The
isn't like,
entire town bathed in magic. Yeah, Maya's gonna say something about that.
And then the spell fizzles.
What the fuck? Okay. Hello, brother. Shut up.
No. Oh, I have Reese's ice cream. Shit. I want that.
I was like, what? Oh, wait.
No, not that Reese.
No,
Reese's
I know,
Pieces.
but you
And-
had me confused for a second, and I'm like, wait, what? I didn't give you any ice cream.
I want you to give me ice cream now.
Well, you're not near enough.
Civ,
Yes.
since I cast Detect Magic, I get to know what school of magic it is. So what school of magic is it?
It is arcane and necrotic and radiant.
Maya just literally stops in her tracks, and if anyone is behind her, they're gonna have to roll to see if they fucking bump into her.
Who's behind her?
I was next to her, so. But also at the same time, wouldn't casting detect magic make her not disguised anymore, or is it not a concentration?
No,
She
what?
doesn't. She doesn't.
She has at will because of her pack tome.
Oh, yes. Never mind. Don't mind me. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't mind me.
She just stops in her tracks and she's like, "What the fuck?"
So everybody else sees her stop. Zoso was the closest, and he was next to her, so it didn't do anything. Everyone else around
Just
her
staring.
just notices.
Maya is like, how far are they from the inn?
They're in the fountain, so not too far.
Maya just like is suddenly super serious. She's just like, we need to get to the inn now, and we need to get to a room.
Moving on, then. Let us
We
move.
we were doing that anyway, but what's
No.
the rush?
I cannot. I'm. Just go. Trust me.
Okay.
Like, she's moving a lot faster than she was before. Before she was just kind of walking. Now she's like striding, like very, very quick.
So she's zooping.
She's zooping.
All right.
Oh,
guys
do I
enter.
still not have my? Do I still not have gear?
You guys have your gear back.
Oh, okay. So,
Yep.
like, hand on hilt, half drawn Yakuwa. Just like moving.
You guys get back, and Indigo lands on Maya's shoulder. Otherwise, it's pretty empty. There's maybe 2 or 3 patrons at the bar.
Maya's very tense, and when Indigo lands on her, she almost jumps.
Um,
And she's like, oh, does he say anything to her?
no, but he does, kind of, like, do the weird bird nuzzle thing, and then flies away.
Okay. Oh, right, because she animal handling them, then Disney princess herself into a friend of the birds. I
Yep.
forgot. Okay, so Maya is just like heading straight for the stairs.
All right.
Right behind her.
Can't stop, won't stop.
So I guess we're all going upstairs then.
You can stay downstairs if you want to, but we have things to talk about.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean.
Oh no, I didn't know if that was Luciano or you.
Either is fine for that, but
It's
that's
just him
also
being
what
like,
he would have
I
meant.
guess we're going upstairs. And she's
I
like, "You
guess
don't
we're
have
going to
to."
you. It wasn't that he.
I was gonna say Cole's gonna grab a beer to bring up to his room, or the.
I don't think that's how beers work.
He's gonna grab the beer. He has a beer now.
Okay, he just has a beer. Oh wait, no, because he has his tankard. Anything he puts into it turns into whatever he wants.
Yes.
Okay, so
Also, I imagine if you're staying at the inn, they won't have a problem with like giving you a drink to take up to your room or whatever. You can probably order drinks to your room.
okay, Maya just immediately opens her door to her room and is like gesturing for everyone to follow her.
Just like the doing the shuffle, like, come on, get in here. Also, they
Get
do
in
have
here.
room service.
Bad time for room service.
It is. It is a bad time.
Okay, so Maya's gonna cast detect magic again in her room.
It's still everywhere.
Still the same. Okay, that's Maya is like visibly disconcerted. She just she drops the disguise self, so now she's her like fucking 6'9" ass self again, and she sits on her bed.
Is the window still large enough to like sit in?
Yes.
Can we just say yes, bay windows?
Excellent.
It's a very nice room. Y'all got, like, the suites.
Ooh, what a fancy window.
What a fancy window. Maya is sitting on her bed. Her dress completely shifts from like, big fancy dress into what is essentially a kind of frilly looking nightgown.
Look at that window. That is a nice window.
Why I'm sitting in it.
Luciano's just standing by the window admiring the window.
That was mostly a joke.
I will say.
But anyways, Toddler.
I think it'd be funny if his didn't have a window like that. He was like, "That is a nice window. How do I get a window?"
Gosh, yeah, no, he got the like inside room.
The one room with no window.
It's like next to the ice machine or whatever.
The magical ice dispenser.
Alright, so Cole was sitting down, Chris in his cross, and Apple in his sauce, you know.
He's a big boy. He needs to sit down.
What concerns you, though, Lord?
Maya sort of looks around at everyone and she's like, I decided to check to see if there was, I don't know, something felt off, so I decided to check if anyone was following us. But I didn't detect any cloaking or anything like that. But this entire town the whole town is cloaked in necrotic and radiant and arcane magic. The whole everything. She just like gestures broadly.
That seems like an issue.
Yes, that is why I was so alarmed.
Explains the concern.
I think it's probably the reason for the constant rain and overall awful weather.
Not to mention the fact that people keep running off and coming back messed up.
Certainly, it's something to do with what's going on here. But whether it's the cause or the byproduct, we have to figure out.
Indeed, we must.
I find it interesting that it's necrotic and radiant. Usually those don't go together.
Yes, that was rather alarming for me to figure out. She just sort of rubs her temples. It doesn't make much sense to me at all. It's those two oppose each other like quite severely in most cases, so she just like looks.
That might explain the rain, though.
Pray tell how necrotic and radiant magic explains rain?
Like
She
cold
looks-
and warm air.
That she just
The
like opens her
collision
mouth
of
to
magic making.
She just opens her mouth and closes her mouth.
I mean, maybe.
All I can picture is just Crowley and his for real, just making it right.
Oh my god.
Good. I've been watching Good Omens. Don't judge me.
It's so
Good.
It's
Omens.
so good.
We can talk about that later, though, because I could go on forever.
Yeah, honestly,
Yeah, they
Just-
could.
David Tennant and his slutty ways. Anyway, she's just clearly upset. She like gets up and goes over to her like. I'm assuming this is like a nice thing. It has like a bed and a little area that's basically like a living room, like one of those fancy hotel rooms. Would I be correct in guessing that? Like,
Yes.
she goes over to where she had like her stuff that was set on top of like what essentially is a writing desk, and she pulls out the like 6 different books she got from the store, and she's looking through them, like because she has like one on the history of the town, and like the
She
one
got
about the
lots.
relics, the one about languages. Like a different one about languages, another one about the Humboldts, another one about the town that's pretty similar. And she's like just sort of splaying them all out in front of her. And she's like opening the ones about the town, and she hands the other one to, I'm gonna go with Mercer to like read through.
So which book is he being handed?
What book is he being handed?
Bunny?
It it was just the second book about the town. When did I let go of the button?
A long ass time ago.
Okay, what was I saying when I let go?
You were handing Mercer a book.
A book. It's the second book she bought about the history of the town. I wasn't given a title for the book, but they're just like, "Oh, you find a couple," when I asked about them, so I picked those up.
Didn't think those would necessitate titles, because I didn't think you'd actually go over there and fucking use them.
Do you underestimate? It's the same as with the fucking artifact. I was like, she's gonna look it up, and you're like, didn't think you'd actually use those.
Why'd you
Maya
do
is
this to me?
resourceful.
Zozo's pulling his pet snake out of like his armor, basically, like where it's like curled up in his armor,
Zosa is
and
a
like
snake
what
person.
appears
A
what appears to be
snake.
like soothing a very concerned snake.
The snake is very concerned.
He likes snakes. What's the problem here?
He also has snake pupils.
Because snakes are great hunters.
Snurson.
Okay, so he's playing with the snake. Well, like comforting the snake rather than playing with it. You guys are doing some actual research. That would be history if you're researching things.
Okay, give me a sec.
The dice aren't very happy with me, it seems.
No, they are not. So, Mercer finds nothing. Just that, it is centralized around Humboldt Manor. Came from old money. The Humboldts live here. They kind of support White Grove. They chose the name White Grove because their horse was named White, and they did it in a grove. Yep.
They did what in a grove?
Fuck off! You know what I mean. They made it in a grove. It's a grove, and then they made it. Hate all y'all. Okay. Fuck off. So Maya, the Humboldts did found this place, and the surrounding area is known for its lush forests, and the crops and such that were once grown here were like so big and hardy and everything that some of the surrounding areas actually purchased them too. And this was due to the natural environment, which was very sunny and very good for growing food. There's supposedly a lot of wildlife around here, and from what you can tell, there's not a lot of game trapping. So, but by all means, there should still be a lot of wildlife. Crops are no longer grown here, correct? They do not need to grow crops here anymore because they just, can afford not to.
They have fuck you money. They have fuck me money.
Pretty much. They get shipments from some of the surrounding areas because they just buy supplies. This is known around to be quite rich. And the Humboldt line has been around for a while.
Does she find anything else, like stuff that might stick out to her at all,
Just those things.
other than the obvious? Okay. So, would it be all? Because I remember her being suspicious when she initially met the dude with the weird vibe at the Menagerie, who seemed kind of dead, but like she didn't roll very well. Could I ever think back to that now that she knows about the necrotic
That would be
energy?
intelligence.
Okay. So just a straight intelligence roll.
Mm-hmm.
Rest in peace. This is not her strong.
Did the book mention the name of founding Humboldt or no?
No, they did not.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, you remember what he looks like, and you remember he was Lord Adello Humboldt. Well, if you said it's nat 20. Oh, you did. But yeah, you remember those
Yeah,
things.
Maya's thinking back to that. Now she knows of this necrotic magic, the radiance magic, the arcane magic that covers the entire town. The fact that it used to be sunny, but now it's like terribly rainy and cloudy all the time. It definitely kind of feels like vampires. Also, there's supposedly a lot of what? Oh my god, they're eating the wildlife.
Or because of the fact that whatever aura is sticking around, it's
Something
killing
is
the
causing the
wildlife, therefore,
animals
or
to
killing
not.
the
Yeah.
the vegetation, which is then.
So I'm just imagining Maya's like sitting there writing stuff down, and after a second, she slams the book shut and stands up like violently.
What the?
She's just like, "What the fuck?" And she like picks up her notepad and she goes into the other room where like most of them are. I assume some of them are like milling around in her room.
Yeah, we're all sitting there trying to figure this out.
Maya's like waving the sheet of paper she wrote everything down on, and she looks at everyone and she's like, "Do you remember that man who was at the Menagerie Adello?
Yeah, that guy.
He
So
was off. Can we all agree on that?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
He looked like he was pale as a normal, almost like ashen.
so like you,
Not well, yes, but he wasn't.
kind of.
He wasn't pigment. It wasn't a pigment issue, and she just like waves her very white arm. He was sort of
More of an essence issue.
somewhat. She like kind of smacks the paper with the back of her hand. Apparently it's usually incredibly sunny here and there's lots of wildlife, neither of which we have seen since we've come here. Uh, Not to mention the necrotic and radiant and arcane magic that seems to permeate everywhere. It
And why this
seems
one never wants to be outside very long.
it seems strange. Like vampire. Which sounds incredibly off, I know, but
I mean, I can see your logic there, at least.
guy who looks
Helio's gonna
dead,
speak.
the strange sort of aura they had around them, the fact that historically it's very natural, very sunny, very big lush forests and lots of wildlife, but no game trapping. But the fact that the wildlife seems to have all but disappeared. And now people are starting to come back strange and out of it.
And
Almost
lethargic.
Helio's gonna speak.
almost as if they've been drained of something, if not blood, then something else.
Let Helio
Helio's gonna
speak. Sorry.
He's gonna speak up and say, "I'm not sure if there are I could see there being vampires here, but I'm not sure that, at the very least, Adello is one of them. He seemed anemic, specifically."
Anemic, yes.
Well,
And
you would know best of all.
well, what? Wait, hold on. Vampires. I know they exist in D&D because I've had to fight one in a different campaign, but I'm trying to think if they're classified as undead or not.
They are.
Well, considering the fact is that he seemed anemic, that would actually enforce the issue, considering the fact that he lacks iron. Therefore, he drinks blood.
I was thinking perhaps he's the one being drank from.
That
Interesting.
is a possibility. But he is a humbled, so it seems strange that they drink from their own, does it not?
I think that'd be a perfect reason to, considering they control this area. It would be useful to drink someone's blood and have control over them.
It could also be
But
his
who would be
wife.
drinking from someone that high up, if not someone in their own family?
Well, like he said, it is the missus, then he could be happily
Wait, hold on.
happily giving up.
Maya just had like a brain epiphany.
Could be consensual.
Maya's having
Exactly.
like an epiphany right now because Keller is a noble, right?
That is correct.
We don't know his last name.
No, you do not.
Or his first.
True, but most of the people call him Keller, so that could arguably be his first name. Everyone knows Keller is Keller so far, from what I've seen, so.
Unless his profession is that he kills things, whatever that means.
He is a Keller.
I was thinking it was like his first name is Kelle, and then his last name was just R.
Fuck.
Kel.
Guys, I'm being serious. Maya's like, her brain's kind of rushing.
But yes, you are correct. Back in character, yes, that makes sense.
Well, he's dressed as nobility. Everyone here seems to know him. How do we know that he is not a humbled?
I mean, really, we could just ask someone. We could go downstairs and ask them the bar.
Good point.
Or
I
he
will
could
be right
be
back.
from a noble family that isn't openly against the humbleds.
Maya is already going down the stairs to go and check.
Should
Though
one of us
before
catch
she
her?
leaves, she puts that disguise back on.
Now that we think about it, the sheer littleness of stuff we know about this man is kind of shocking.
Yeah, Maya's human form is already going down the stairs.
It's not shocking so much as it is suspicious. I'm not surprised, but I'm suspicious.
And it's probably not the best idea to not know much about our employer.
Non-advantageous.
This is why I asked for an advance on the pay.
I mean, he's noble. He probably has money. Her issue is more with the fact that it's like,
Well,
if these
no,
people are behind it,
no, it's more like if he turns out to be also in on the badness, then Luciano could just take his money and run if it got dangerous.
especially considering the fact that there's a menagerie, that he could be very well planning to like sell them into something. We don't know. That's why Maya McDisguisey Pants is going downstairs.
McDisguisey pants. Okay, are you guys gonna
He's
chase
gonna
her?
go to the bar.
Nah.
Maya
She's just gonna ask and then come back and tell
Yeah.
us.
She literally just said, "I'll be right back."
Okay. So you go down
Unless
to the
we,
bar.
like, hear
follow-
some sort of scuffle or something.
Zoza, out of like worriment of asking questions that this town doesn't want answered, gonna be like at the top of the stairs, like listening.
Okay.
Cole's going down for a refill.
Two bros sitting at the top of the stairs, like 2 feet apart, cause one's a snake.
My fucking god.
I mean, I do have a snake with me.
Yes, exactly. That's why I said that. Cause 2 bros. One of them is the snake.
I thought I missed someone else saying they were gonna do the same, so I was like, it's like, never mind.
Fucking snake.
Nope. Snake friend.
Does the snake have a name?
We're still talking about it.
Are you talking with
Hister.
the snake about it?
Yes, but without any form of like actual ability to converse with each
So kind of like when people name a puppy.
I mean, maybe. Yeah, that would be making sense. Anyways, so you go downstairs, Maya.
I'm assuming I'm gonna have to roll persuasion to get them to answer.
You would be correct.
Okay.
Or,
Well, that's good because I have
well-
a big bonus to that.
yeah, you would be correct.
But Maya is going to stroll up to the bar and she's going to order herself just like, I don't know, lemonade.
Okay.
And she's basically like trying to work up to it really quick, but
oh, I
she-
forget what my voices are.
Jules has a sort of husky voice and Juliet has a sort of southern voice.
Okay. Jules.
Okay. So very pretty human Maya is sitting at the bar and she just ordered a lemonade.
Well, hello, miss. Can I help you?
She sort of, because I know disguise self can change your voice, so she's gonna do that. Just a bit. Oh, yes. It's almost like the same exact voice, but without the accent, but it sounds really different without the accent on it.
That's fair.
I'm relatively new in town. I was here for the menagerie, actually, and she sort of gives a coy smile to him, and I'm gonna roll right now to see how this goes.
Go for it. Performance, actually.
Wait a sec, did he see her come down the stairs?
Yes.
Probably, he knows she was upstairs, but she could have been with like a friend or something.
For all he knows, Juliet, introduced her.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, I'm gonna roll. Also, either way, they're both charisma, so I'm fine.
All right.
Okay, so I'm gonna continue this, and she's like, and well, I bumped into the nicest man while I was there, but I didn't get a chance to catch his last name. And I have no idea how I'm going to find him again if I want to, talk. Wow, that was the most accented but non-accented thing I've ever said. It sounded like someone trying to do a different accent when they didn't have one.
Which is ironic.
Yeah. His name was, and she knits her brow together for a moment, as if she's trying to think. It was something Keller.
Oh, Keller. Yeah. You're looking for him, huh?
Yeah, I haven't the slightest clue what his last name would be, though.
Oh, Keller is his last name.
Oh, it is?
Mm-hmm.
Does anyone know his first name?
Helen.
Helen.
I fucking hate you.
It appears we've crossed a line.
Let's draw the line at accidentally murdering party members, shall we?
It seems. I'm having trouble keeping my composure because I keep thinking Helen Keller.
You're welcome.
Come on, I only have to do this for 5 seconds. Come on, you can do it.
Okay.
Oh, well, I've never met anyone who introduces themselves by their last name. Cuts to Mercer eating a piece of a sandwich.
Wait.
It's just I've never met. It's just everyone seems to know them by their last name, though. Is that? Would you happen to know their? My brain went to maiden name, but that's your unmarried last name.
First name.
No,
First name is what you're looking for.
Their first name.
Yes, it's Rault.
A Rolt?
Rault. I
Rault.
can't pronounce it correctly, but it's Rault.
I'm not gonna lie, I was sitting here waiting for you to say Helen.
Rolt. Rualt. Okay.
Rault.
Oh. Huh. And she sort of tucks her head behind her ear and, smiles at Jules in that sort of very, demure, coy kind of way.
You see
Thank
why
you.
he doesn't use it now, don't you?
It's not a bad name, it's just different. And different's not always bad. She just sort of shrugs a little bit and she takes a sip of her lemonade and smiles. This is delightful, by the way.
I hope so. My sister does it herself.
She nods, deep in thought. Is he from around here? Because I know there are a lot of people who come for the Menagerie, like myself.
Yeah, he lives here. He's the night captain. We don't have any
Oh,
knights, but not anymore.
what happened to the knights?
We don't need them.
You don't need knights? Well, I guess that would make sense if
Yeah.
there's no war to be fought.
Exactly. We only need one person to keep the peace, because that's all we need.
That's all you need. I guess that makes sense. But what would happen if you guys did? You guys, if the town did end up going to war, wouldn't they need to rally them somehow?
Then we recruit.
Ah, I see. And she sort of taps her chin, leaning back in her chair just a bit, sipping her lemonade. This town is so interesting. I've never been in one quite like it.
We're pretty unique, honestly. I've not seen any quite like this one.
I can agree with you on that. And she looks over to him and then looks around at the bar and then wherever the birds may be.
They'd just be chillin', like, on a rafter somewhere above. Just chillin'. Indigo is staring at you. He knows what's up.
Like when she sees him, she gives him a little bit of a nod, like almost imperceptible, and then looks back over to Jules, and she, lets herself off the chair, and she's still holding her drink, and she, finishes it because I imagine it wasn't like a huge cup.
Yeah, it'd be just a glass,
She finishes that up and she hands over. I'd assume it'd be like a gold.
More like 15 silver at. You know what? No, 15's a little much. 5.
5 gold?
Silver.
Oh. Okay, so she hands over 8 silver. The silver into tip.
Well,
And
thank
she
you.
smiles. She smiles at him. No, thank you. And she walks back towards the stairs.
Have a good stay, miss.
Thank you. And she gives him one more smile before vanishing up the stairs.
Remember, if you think whatever you're buying is worth less than a goat, it's less than a gold.
To be fair, Chauncey's worth more than a
Oh, definitely. But the average goat is only worth 1 gold.
Less than a goat. Okay. Got it. I don't know how, because it's kind of sucked, honestly. Because I've had DMs where it's like, this drink is 4 gold, and I'm like, okay.
It's weird.
DMs have disparities in what the economy of their world is.
Yeah, somewhere in the player handbook it actually gives this is how much this is usually worth. This is how much this is usually worth.
Yeah,
If
tell
it's
me
worth
about
less
it.
than a goat, it's usually not worth a goat. Wow, I gave that halfling a goat.
Yep. I mean, to be fair.
No wonder he was so happy.
Yeah.
I paid. I want to say Mercer or Cole freaking 3 goats.
Maya could buy so many goats.
You know what? Let's all take an appreciation here that we can just pay people in goats now. It's like, hey, I'd like to buy this. All right, that'd be 6 gold, sir. I only have 6 gold. Well, okay then.
That also works.
Finally, a practical measure with which we can deal in our economy.
You only think that because you're a Goliath who probably eats goats.
That's what makes it practical.
I could buy so many goats. I love your gnome.
But how many goats are you worth?
Maya's worth a pretty penny.
I could totally eat a sandwich's worth of goats right now.
Have y'all ever taken that test where it's like, how many goats are you worth?
No.
Hang on, let me find it.
Please.
I want to know how many fucking goats I'm worth. 6. Oh, well then. Um,
So how many ingots do you have? Ingots? No, ingots.
goats.
How many goats?
How many goats? Oh, that is so beautiful. Let's see. Right, so you guys are in the inn in Maya's room. Not looking at how many goats yet.
Yes, we are. Well, has Maya returned from her questionnaire?
She has.
Oh, then yes, I guess we are all back in our room.
Is anything going down?
So it was in fact Keller as her last name. I think everyone's stuck on goats.
Yeah, that makes sense, I guess.
So, like, Maya told us everything, right? I'm guessing at least.
I'd assume so. If she's not busy with goats.
I mean, I was eavesdropping, so if she's not, I.
Like, the fact that Keller is like the only knight in the town is mentioned. Like he's basically the only law enforcement.
Yep.
He is Judge Dredd.
Makes sense why he's been dressed up like that and been talking the way he has and why he needs help.
So
Okay, so less suspicious. All right.
the fact that
Or
Keller
more.
is the only knight in town is just gonna have Mercer smirking slightly in amusement that he's not going to share with anybody unless they ask him what the hell he's smirking about.
It is a suspicious smirk. What is this about?
I just find it funny, you know. Single night for this whole town full of rich folks.
That's fair.
Luciano just suddenly is like, ooh, interesting.
Keep in mind that if they might only need one guard.
It's a pretty good guard.
Still interesting.
But that still doesn't answer the question of the magical auras around town.
Did I miss anything important while I was taking my goat test?
Jesus. Yes.
What did I miss?
Well, we were discussing information that you were supposed to be giving us, but you know.
Attention. Okay. So
Okay, so can someone give me the rundown, please?
The
I was
gist of it was the
distracted
fact
by
that
the goat test.
with the information of the fact that he's the only knight in town is either A, the fact that, well, it is of conversation piece of A, he must be a really good fucking knight but B, less suspicious now that we know that he is, in fact, who he is, and C, that still doesn't explain the factor of all the goddamn auras around town.
All the goddamn what around town?
Magic auras.
Yeah, true. But it's good that they know that now he's not like a Humboldt who's secretly in on the fucking sneaky, whatever the fuck they're doing.
Also,
Honestly, it makes more sense that he was concerned and came to get people to help, considering he's, a knight.
yeah, and also it can also help in at least make his motivation seem less weird because, well, he's well known within the town and he can't exactly go poking around without, potentially, losing his job or getting run out of town.
However, if a group of oddball misfits start poking around, either A, they get answers and don't get caught, or B, he has to show up places to deal with misfits that are poking around places that they're not supposed to be, which then gets him places he's not supposed
to be without anyone thinking anything of it. Oh my god! Yay, we figured out motivations!
Boom! Thank you.
Whether we succeed or fail, he still wins because it gives him the ability to
Investigate. Yes.
Which means he's
God.
using us.
I mean, we knew that from the start.
I mean,
well, yeah.
He's not using us, he's paying us.
Okay, that's true.
It depends on your definition of...
You can pay someone to use them.
Oh, yes, you can.
He is using our services, if anything. Those services being poking around.
It's true. You are poking around as a service.
Maya right now is like tapping her chin. So we've got that figured out, the whole Kellet situation. The fact that he is a knight. Technically he would work for them, but he isn't a part of that family. But I still don't understand the auras at all.
That is my problem.
I am certain it has something to do with the Humboldts at this point. What with their graveyards and the...
But what of the group that came through town a week ago that were followed by the rains? And some people say they didn't leave town. Some people have said they did. If it seems like...
Wait, back up. What group?
There was some people called it a caravan, but it was like 4 people on horses. There was some people on horses that some people called a caravan, but it was actually just like a few people on horses, right?
The big conversation piece that the Jessicas were gushing about.
Yeah, Maya wasn't there for that.
Oh, yeah.
She was off talking to other people, Medine.
Yeah, but so in this case, we're going to all share our information then, I would think.
Yeah.
So now...
I thought we already had, yeah.
No, because we didn't want anyone else around, so we're going to do that now.
Maya also sort of scratches her chin and says, well, there's that. They came through, but it's mixed on whether they left or not. I managed to talk to a few people, considering the fact that, well, this is a rarity, and they said they didn't say much other than the fact that they thought that non-humans were entitled when they came into town, which obviously is likely just them being humans. No offense, but we've met the humans in this town. Am I connected?
Yeah.
Okay. It was like dead silent, so I was like... Oh.
I think we're all just mulling things over at this point.
And it could be some sort of... They could be stealing essence from people, is a possibility, or drinking from them, and then sending them back because of something going on with the caravan, the group, the horses.
Well, it's less likely to draw attention if you don't start piling up bodies.
Exactly. They wouldn't send them dry, but that means they have to send them back out, which would explain why they're so loopy.
Indeed,
And
most
you
people
guys
do
didn't
get a
find
little loopy
anything?
when they're low.
You guys didn't find anything of note when you went to the picnic spot that the blacksmith's apprentice mentioned.
Not much, anyway.
Do you think we should pay another visit when it's less busy?
What happened to the tool belt?
What happened to the what?
The tool belt.
Tool belt?
Did any?
Yes.
Oh, yes, we found a tool belt there, but I don't know if anyone actually stated that they picked it up.
Did you guys?
Did anyone here pick up? You left it?
Well,
I assume someone else grabbed it.
I'm.
Mercer,
We might.
are you there? Did you take it?
He probably did, honestly.
God,
Mercer
who has the belt?
I don't know, honestly. You
Let's
guys
just
were in
say
charge
Mercer
of that.
took it. Let's say Mercer took it because they just said he probably did.
That's fair.
So
we could say that, when he saw nobody else was taking it, he was like, alright, we're probably gonna need this later, so I'll just
Maya
grab it.
looks to Mercer and is like, looks around and is like, does that who has
Keep breaking up, but I know what you're saying.
basically Maya asks who has the belt and Mercer's like me, and she's like, right, can you go get it?
Yeah, I'll go grab it. And he just
All right,
pops
thank
out of the room for a minute to get it.
you. She thanks him and like gives a small wave, and she's like, all right, you found a tool belt. To do anything to test it at all?
We didn't have any means of gleaning or mending the name on it, so we could not investigate it very much.
Oh, right, I forgot. She's just like, yes, I am the one who has the stuff for that.
Tracking skills mean nothing to a tool belt.
Checking skills.
Nothing to a tool belt.
Is there a quotes chat? Because I feel like that needs to be in it like right now.
And guess what I'm doing?
Making a quotes chat.
We also need one for all of this comedy gold.
Memorable quotes in the information one.
I'm putting it in right now.
By all means.
All right.
Okay. So,
Who
continue.
was it that made the Helen Keller joke?
Oh god, I don't know.
Luciano.
No.
Oh, it was Helio.
No, it wasn't me. It was Cole, wasn't it?
I love how I can't remember who made
It was Zosa. It's up in the chat. It was Zosa.
Either way, when you listen to the recording, you'll find out. Okay. Where were we?
They were talking about the tool belt, and Mercer was grabbing it, and he should be back by now, and he's just gonna offer it to Maya.
Maya now has a tool belt.
This is out of character question. They found like footprint that disappeared, right? Like signs of a struggle at the place.
There was no sign of struggle. Or a little bit of a scuffle. And yes, the footprints did not seem to return.
Okay. So, as he's handing over the belt, I'm assuming everyone talked about it. So, as Mercer's gonna be handing over the belt, he's gonna just be like, also, we found looked like a little bit of a tussle that went down out there, and we're guessing the kid, his footsteps didn't seem to go back into town, so maybe somebody picked him up out there.
Presumably. Whether it picked him up on the ground or snatched him into the
there
air.
were footsteps that disappeared, the sign of a struggle. There was the tool belt. Is Mercer back with the belt?
Yeah, he was just saying all that while handing it over.
All right. Okay, give me like 1 second to grab something. Okay, so there was a sign of a struggle, and you found this belt, and she hefts it up. What is on it? Are there tools? Is it pouches? Like, what's up?
Pouches. It looks like
Maya's gonna open the pouches.
there's some nails. Like screws.
Nails, screws, and there's a name on it.
Was there? I can't fucking read.
It was there was a name. It looked to be a name, but it was too faded to be able to be legible.
Thank you.
Apparently,
Apparently, my handwriting is too faded to be legible too. So,
God, me too, bitch.
yep.
Same.
Well, Vario, looks like she doesn't think we did all of that already.
Okay, so
actually, Maya can use prestidigitation because she has that as a. She has 3 cantrips from any of the cantrip lists, but she's going to use it to restore and create darker hues in the name.
okay. It does say. Fuck! I just put his fucking sheet away.
Keller.
No. The kid's name.
Dorian?
Dorian. Thank you.
Dorian, the tool belt. Dorian lost his tool belt. Something happened to him there, obviously.
So the blacksmith's son, or blacksmith's apprentice, not son.
Yep.
Blacksmith's apprentice. Okay. So they have the blacksmith's apprentice belt.
Unless it's the other Dorian that keeps losing his clothes.
Fuck off!
Fuck off!
Ah!
Maya's holding this.
Now I want to make a character that's named Dorian who just is a streaker.
Nudist!
No! Don't ruin my baby.
No.
Okay,
So now they know whose this is. There was a sign of a struggle of some sort, and he came back looking weird. Maya is 100% in this. There is some kind of vampire or essence or soul.
Looking weird or just acting weird? I remember he was acting weird, but was he looking weird too? Because I wasn't there.
I meant looking in the general term, like he seems weird.
Gotcha.
Like things are looking pretty bleak. Like, even if it's sunny, like something bad just happened. You dig? Okay. Anyway,
Well, let's go find Dorian and ask him why we found his.
I mean, he did tell us that he was there and that he had a great picnic, so he probably won't remember much, but it wouldn't hurt to try.
Like adjusting my weapon belt and just like glaring like gleefully, just oh, I mean actually ask him.
Actually, ask him. What do you mean? Actually, ask him.
Being kind gets you no answers half the time.
We are not threatening someone who has most likely no memories of what happens there.
Walking towards the door and spinning around, just sometimes
I'm gonna roll a
factors can
strength check to
help
grab
you
him and pull him
remember.
back towards the room. I'm rolling a strength check. Maya is big, beefy.
Ooh, agility.
I think it's a grapple, not agility.
Grapple, you use athletics,
Or acrobatics, correct?
or acrobatics, and then it's a contest between athletics or acrobatics for each one.
Okay, so do we both have to roll the same, or can we roll whichever for our character?
Roll which one you want.
Okay.
+18 +4.
Versus
17 plus 2. So
he gets away.
I'm gonna go with Maya, like, grabs him and he, like,
But also, like, yeah, like I
yanks his arm
slip past.
away.
And it's like, I think the whole plan was too was like to spin around like in the doorway and just like be like, anyone else coming? To not. You assume I'm going to just hurt him, but I don't need to just be physical.
Yes, but harassing the apprentice of a blacksmith who has shown that he's pretty out of it and doesn't quite understand anything. Being mean is just gonna make him upset. It's not going to make him tell us more.
I really don't think we're going to get much more out of him anyway.
Yeah,
We do
I
still
think
need to return the belt. It may jog some sort of
Well,
memory, but we're not going to harass the poor guy.
But it seemed like the simplest solution at the time, and I was trying to be helpful. But I guess I shall desist.
Mercer, you were saying something?
yeah, probably not the best idea to try and interrogate someone who probably has magical memory loss.
You know,
Not really gonna
that's
get
why
us
you use
anywhere.
magic to ask.
You guys can't see it, but I'm making that face that oh shoot, what's his name from The Office? And he's like, that face. Ah, shit.
The Michael?
Yes.
The just because he makes a lot of faces. You mean the
Yeah.
like distressed face, like someone's about to do something stupid?
Yes.
Just in general?
Yes. I'm like, are you going to kill this boy?
No. No.
I mean, with a name like that.
Okay,
Don't
fuck
worry.
off. Stop
Fuck
calling
you.
me out, damn it.
Maya holds up the tool
Just
belt.
going to ask him
Probably
questions and
should have
assist on answers.
What does the tool belt look like? Is it dirty? Is it
I mean,
like what's up?
it was outside in the dirt, so
Maya uses prestidigitation to clean it off.
okay.
She's not going to return a dirty tool belt.
I mean, it's also like scratched and broken in some areas too.
Hold on. I think I have mending. Give me a sec to check.
Two great cantrips to have in combination of each other.
It really is.
I do have mending, so she does that.
Okay. Looks brand new.
Okay, dope. For a final thing, I'm gonna cast Detect Magic on it just to see if there's any traced stuff on it. Nothing.
No, you just used magic on it. That's about it.
I was about to say that.
Okay, so that's the only thing on it. Cool, dope. Just checking to make sure there's no weird extra necrotic-y stuff going on with it.
I mean,
But
it's everywhere.
It's everywhere. Is it stronger in any one direction, or is it just there?
It's just there for all you know.
Okay.
And it keeps eating up
Like a
your...
blanket of you.
It keeps eating
Yeah.
what?
It keeps eating up your detect magic, so it doesn't last.
Well,
very
yeah,
long.
but she's about to go for a long rest, so it's fine.
Yeah.
But something keeping you from magically tracking through the
That very may well. Oh, Jesus Christ. Sorry about that.
Maya, are you mentioning the fact that like every time you try to detect magic, it like works for like half a second? And
Maya thought of it as just like her not focusing hard enough the first time, but now that she's done it twice, she's like, it's also keeping me from using my detect magic. Now that I've used it a couple of times, she like puts the belt down, like over the back of a chair. Not the belt, but the aura that is around here. It's keeping me from using it.
as if something here is aware of you casting it and not letting you track it.
Exactly. And she points. Out of character, I'm gonna check her spellbook real quick to see if she has anything else she could try before she like runs out of slots.
I mean, if you're a warlock, then...
She has like a decent number of spells. I just need to stop going off, please, phone. Thanks.
I do not approve of something stopping you from tracking it through the city. So I guess we can attempt to return the belt to him and me not ask questions, since that seems to be the consensus.
Yeah, it's probably best to not cast more magic on someone who is probably pretty screwed up from magic already.
So it's like laying back down into like the windowsill of Maya's room, just trying to help.
I mean, what if he, like, ODs or something?
On magic?
I don't know anything about magic. Well, not much anyway.
I never thought of that being a possibility.
I mean, is it?
Well, is it possible to set traps with magic? You know, something that's triggered only when something else happens? Because, you know, they could have trapped the kid or something.
Of what little I know, I feel like those are more stationary traps, not mobile traps, but could be.
I don't think he's going anywhere. He seemed pretty out of it last time anyway.
What if someone were to use something like protect from evil and good? That might dispel whatever it is.
Luciano just shrugs.
I mean, you can give it a
One way to
shot,
find out.
but
So, what you gonna do?
When they come for you?
Yes.
Oh, right. Have we leveled up yet?
Nope.
Okay.
We've hardly done anything.
Yep.
That's not true.
Well, I mean, as far as like doing things that would level us up.
I mean, it depends on the campaign you're in, because sometimes in a campaign, you get experience just from going around learning things, doing stuff, as opposed to just fighting.
Yeah, but we're doing it milestone.
Oh, what does that mean?
Pretty much when you do something big, then you'll...
So like
We gotta
theoretically,
solve the mystery.
so after we solve the kind of like how it
We gotta actually do something.
kind of
Yep.
like with the arcs in Adventure Zone. After you finish a plot, it's level up time.
Best way to describe it is that you'll level up when the DM says you're ready.
Per
Fair.
much.
Okay.
You level up when I say you level up.
Darn you.
I
Okay.
mean, you got a problem?
We gonna solve it.
Alrighty, so
The game's about over for today because it's almost 10. But
Yep. I
we
just...
do have like some good information now, at least.
Like, are you guys good where you are?
I'm good.
Yeah, same.
Start out next session with us going and hunting
Going to
down
return
Dorian,
the
taking him
belt.
back, and not interrogating him.
And I'll have her do it as a ritual, as an in-between game thing, since we're not going to go immediately from this moment directly to going to him, I assume. We're going to, have them rest, because they just went to a menagerie and did a whole bunch of shit.
Yep. That is
Okay.
A-okay.
Which is just mentally exhausting.
Yeah, especially for the non-human people in the group.
Okay. So, I am going to end the recording now.